Well, welcome back to round 2, Klutch Kickers 100K Drift Series here at MidPond. It is a very hot, but beautiful day here in Columbiana, Alabama as we get ready to kick off round 2. Drivers are still in practice right now, so we're giving them a few more minutes to get this wrapped up, and then we'll get into our seating bracket. So I'm Tara McLamory, and we're here to kind of guide you through today. So if you haven't joined us before, welcome. Super stoked to have you here with us. We'll mostly be focusing on the drivers today, but we'll have a little bit of commentary, a little color here as we go. But we do have a stacked drivers list for you here today. Lots of quality drivers. I would say we've got drivers pretty much from all over, most of them from the Southeast, simply because we are, again, in the Alabama region, so most of our drivers are going to be from Florida, Georgia, Alabama area. Oh, okay. So sounds like Austin's having some mic issues, so we'll get him taken care of. We'll see if we can get a driver's list pulled up for you so that you can get a little visual of who we've got lined up for today. So returning back for round 2, we have our contenders from our last big battles, Cabot Cardoso, Taylor Hull. Gonna hopefully see them battle it out again here. Of course, we're seeing JP Wyndham, local hero, Andrew Grendel, a lot of the same guys that we saw last time, but we have a lot of new faces here. So Wesley Cloud, all the way from Tennessee, not too far away. And of course, everybody's favorites from last round. We got our Whoops Motorsports boys, Camel and Dustin Motors are in the house. So stay tuned. We'll have lots of action from them here for you here in just a moment. So we're going to let these drivers finish up their practice. Practice is supposed to finish here in about 4 minutes, and then we'll go to our seating. So we'll need a little bit of time for the drivers to get parked, get headed over to our balcony area so they can do their seating. We're not going to do the whole interview process like we did last time. We're going to basically let them come in, select their numbers. That'll tell us who they're going to be up against. We're going to share that bracket with you on the YouTube channel. We'll pin that message for you so that you can reference it back whenever you've got a chance. Austin, you've got a mic now?
What?
Yo, you do have a mic.
Yes, I'm on the mic now.
Oh,
sorry, it
thank
took
God.
a minute. I'm just very technologically impaired, and it was a very simple fix. Also, I need to also figure out how to turn the music down on this thing. No, because then I can't hear you or myself. So that turns everything down. Yeah, so sorry, everyone. You're learning along with us because I don't know what any of this does or how to use it. But it's good to be here for Klutch Kickers round 2.
Maybe by round 3 we'll have it figured out. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Probably not. Yeah,
Awesome.
We're just going to have a little tweaking and tuning on the audio here, but we're glad to be out here with you at MidPond Raceway, Columbiana, Alabama. With my co-host here, Tara. We are ready for some shredding. And yeah, we'll get the details figured out. And,
Yeah, absolutely.
Just hyped to be here.
So yeah.
That's better.
Well, we're going to take basically, we're not going to do a bunch of filler here. We want to make sure that you've got some time. Grab some water. I'm sure it's hot where you're at if you're watching here with us. Especially it's miserable here today. We got a lot of people in the back porch. Got sunscreen on, lots of water. So make sure you're doing the same.
Yeah.
If you're watching us from inside the air conditioning, boo. Like, really? Why you got to rub that in our face? Come on.
It is definitely 4th of July weekend. It's a hot one. It always is out here in Alabama and Georgia. Probably everywhere you're at this weekend. You're one of the hottest weekends. We're all out trying to have some fun. So
Absolutely.
it's a good time.
Nobody's as hot as these drivers, though, both
That's
in the
true.
car and outside of the car. We're seeing a
Yeah.
lot of really good action already. Got a little excitement already. We'll see who, somebody's already walking around looking for a welder, so it's always a
yeah.
great way to start the day.
Brandon Bass in the MK3 Supra has had something go on. There was an accident earlier during practice. They are looking for a MIG welder, so.
Yeah, that happened to him in round 1 as well. Practice,
Yeah.
he had an issue with round 1 as well, so that's a bummer.
They managed to get the car back together that last round and got pretty far in the competition, so hopefully they can get whatever they need for all the back together. We're rooting for him. That's one of our locals.
I have full faith in Brandon. I have a lot of faith in his team. Got his new twin boys that his wife just had. Of course, round 1, she was very much pregnant.
Yes.
So, yeah, he's got a lot on the line here, so I'm sure he'll get it pulled together quickly.
Yep.
So we're going to take a step back here. We're going to let you just kind of watch these guys finish up their practice run. We'll bring you back here in just a minute while we get ready to get these drivers in for their seating selection. Like I said, that bracket link is going to be shared with you on the YouTube channel so you can follow along. Because of the bracketing system that we're using, it will be a little bit easier for us to just share the link with you instead of having to put it on the screen back and forth. It gets a little complicated with the system that we're using. So we're just going to share it directly with you. So make sure you're refreshing it periodically throughout the day. And we'll get that shared with you as soon as it's ready. We got our Judge Will Parsons, as well as our Wally Race Data Labs team back with us again. So they'll be taking care of our brackets for us as well as our judges.
Yep, we're stoked to have Tony and Michael back with the Race Data Labs. Will on the judging tower. Looks like we got someone helping Shadow up there.
Oh, that's Casey Hawkins. That's my teammate, Casey Hawkins. I'm going to go ahead and apologize. I can't guarantee he's not going to be mic'd up, so that's a good thing. I can't guarantee anything that's come out of his mouth if he did. So, gotta keep your PG-13.
I have that problem, so it's understandable.
All right, well, as promised, we're going to take a step back here, let you kind of watch some of the drifting as the guys finish up their practice here. And we'll see you back here in just a minute.
Thank you. Thank you.
Check 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check 1. Check 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check. Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check. Yep, yep. Yep, 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 yep. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 1, 2.
drivers, if you are not at the porch, please make your way to the porch. We are doing a little meeting before the drawing. Drivers to the porch. Drivers, please come to the porch. All right, if you are not on the porch and you are driving, you are about to miss the meeting because we are starting without you in just a second. What?
All right, well, welcome back. We're now ready for our bracket seating. So Austin is actually going to be our, I guess, our bingo roller girl.
Yes,
What do
I'm going to be the roller girl today. All right. Sorry, it's It took a lot of time last time for it to happen. It was great and it was fun, but we're just trying to pick up a little time here. So I'm going to be our roller girl today. I know you guys love it. Yeah, I'm going to roll for you open. Drivers are going to pick their number, and then that's going to be their spot in the order.
Yeah, so we're just going to call you out. We'll have you come up, do same thing. We'll have you pick up your number. You don't have to say anything, of course, but we'll just call out our drivers as they come in. Audience, we're going to let you know what their numbers are, so that's going to be what helps us decide what the bracket will be. And again, that bracket's going to be shared in the YouTube channel here in just a bit as soon as it's created. All right, so first up, we're going to have Cabot Cardoso. Cabot.
All right. Step on up, Blair. All right, we're going to give her a few spins here. Go ahead and get your number. All right, Cabot Cardoso, number 14. Thank you.
All right, so next up, let's get JP. JP Wyndham.
Mr. Wyndham, come on up. Gonna give the wheel a few spins here.
JP, you look good in that suit, my friend. you looking sharp.
There you go.
He's like, I don't want to be on air.
Okay, number 2, Mr. Wyndham, which
JP.
And since I was just informed that 1 through 10 gets a bye run, so that's our first bye run pick.
Nice. All right. Okay, JP.
JP with the bye run.
All right, Grindle, let's get you down here. Andrew Grindle.
Andrew Grindle, step on up.
Paul Jimenez will have you up next if you want to go ahead and get staged, my friend.
All right. Just going to do a couple of and, oh, sorry. There you go. Number 12. Thank you, sir. All right, Grindle, number 12. Mr. Jimenez. Just going to keep this cruising.
Alex DuBois, where you at, my friend?
There you go.
Here you are.
22. Mr. Jimenez, 22.
Oh, this is Alex.
Alex, sorry. Still learning all the drivers. All right. Alex. Alex picks number 18. Thank you, sir.
All right. Hannah Amerson.
Oh, camera's pointed right at me. Oh, my God.
What do you think was going to happen?
I don't know. All right, Hannah, step right up. Let's see here. Oh,
Danny Morse.
sorry, my car was in the way earlier. It probably shouldn't be there. Number 20. Hannah gets number 20. Thank you.
All right, Daniel Morris coming up next.
All righty, and oh,
Brandon Bass.
struggling a little bit. All right, here we go. Number 1, our second bye pick of the day. Number 1, baby. Okay. All right, Mr. Bass. How's it coming with that Supra?
Taylor.
It's back on the ground. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Let's see what number you got. I don't know. I think it's a 9. Number 9.
Yeah, there we go. That's a 9.
On the bottom, right?
Yeah, they actually put it under.
Brandon, number 9, our
All
third
right.
bye pick of the day. Mr. Hull in the Corva Carlo.
Wesley.
Taylor Hull with a bye run, number 8. All right.
All right. This is Wesley Cloud.
Sorry, Wesley.
Cameron?
All right. Go ahead and grab one. Oh, sorry. Wesley Cloud, number 6, catching a bye run. All right. Saving some tires, fuel.
All right. This is Cameron.
Sorry, Cameron. I am learning like so many names today, and
Nick.
I'm going to have to ask you again the next round. Go ahead and grab a number, bud. Number 17. Cameron gets number 17.
Nice.
Mr. Novak.
Pola.
Number 4, Nick Novak pulls a buy run. All right. Oh, come on. Sorry.
Oh, this pull off, yeah.
I don't know enough people to go this fast. I'm sorry. All right. Go ahead and grab a number there.
Derek, where you at, man? Oh, there you are, right in front of my face.
Number 16. Zach. Zach, right? Yeah, Zach pull it. Zach gets number 16, and we got Derek up here. Got the whole family here.
Yeah.
Who's going to pick the number? That's you, young man. Go ahead and get in there. Let's get your pops a buy run. How about it? Oh, number 15. Okay, hey, not bad, not bad. Thank you. Derek gets number 15.
Derek, all right.
Where are we at here?
Let's get Frank and Diego.
Yep. All right, the De Leon family. Got Frank and Diego. Yeah, we got a misspelled Diego. All right, you're up first. Oh, yeah. No, that's what yeah, that's what I was saying. All right, Diego with an A gets number 13. And we'll give it a couple little quick spins here. Yep. Yeah, so y'all can't battle each other. That's good. 19. All right, thank you, the De Leons. That's
Very
Diego with an
nice.
A.
All right, let's get Harry up here. Harry Spencer.
Yeah, I asked him if it was like that or not. Spencer, let's go. Yeah.
Just Spencer.
Is that good? Yeah. Sorry. If we're wrong, just yell at me. Spencer pulls a buy run, number 5. Only a few of those left.
All right.
Diego.
Kashad.
Kashad Parson, step up to the plate.
Running
Let's
out
go.
of numbers here.
He's got the lucky shirt off. Come on, come on. You know. Sun's out, guns out. Number 11, missed it by 1. So close. Kashad, number 11.
11, all right. All right, that means we'll bring up partner in crime there, Dustin Patton. Oh,
Patton.
sorry.
Patton Motors.
Dustin Motors.
Dustin.
I was told I can't call you Dustin Patton anymore. My bad. My bad, man.
All right, we've got Motors here.
I feel like I'm a teacher taking
God.
attendance.
Yeah, you have to come down to short man level. I'm sorry, we can't all just be tall. You're up. Let's see what you got here, Mr.
Josiah.
Motors.
Number 7.
Dang, lucky number 7 and a buy run for Dustin Motors.
All right, Josiah.
Josiah, FDF. I saw you guys packing up at AMP yesterday. I was like, oh, I wonder where they're going. And then I was like, oh, duh, they're coming here. Let's go. See what you got there. Number 21,
right.
Josiah. Number 21.
All right, we've got Adam Arendado.
Adam, come on up. Only a couple numbers left here. Think. Get in there. Let's see if it's one of the last buy runs. Number 10. Okay, so I guess yeah. Adam gets number 10, the top buy run. I guess that only leaves one.
We've got one driver left
Yeah.
who has not been called because I have gone through.
Did we miss
my
one?
list. Did we miss somebody?
there
Do we have an
21?
extra number?
Was there 21 drivers?
Trevor!
Hey, Trevor, there
Why
he
have
is.
you been hiding from me? There you are.
Where was he at on the list?
I didn't see him.
I know.
That's why.
Trevor, step up to the plate and get the only number left. We know what it is. Have you been keeping up? Well, you're in for a lucky surprise, buddy. Number 3, the final buy run pick.
All right. So for all of you who are watching along at home, we're going to get these drivers put into a bracket, get that bracket shared with you on our YouTube channel here, and so that way you can follow
Drivers,
along.
hold on 1 second, drivers. Okay, just real quick, all the drivers, they are going to create the bracket, and once the bracket is created, you will have 5 minutes to swap spots with anyone you want to and shuffle things up a little bit, right? Just 5 minutes swap anyone they want. Yeah, after the bracket is created, you'll have 5 minutes if you want to talk someone into trading or if you want to do some swapping around, you will have 5 minutes upon the creation of the bracket. And that concludes our lucky drawing here.
Great job. Great job. All right, we'll see you back here in just a minute. We're going to give these drivers some moments to get back to their car. We'll get this bracket created, get it sent over to you, and we'll see you back in just a moment.
Drivers, everybody listen up for 1 second, please. Drivers, you officially have 5 minutes to swap if you want to change numbers with anybody in the bracket. The bracket is on the Discord. Drivers, please check in with the Discord or the bracket. If you wish to make a swap with another driver, please see Will Parsons and confirm with him that you are changing the lineup. You have 5 minutes to do it. Do not waste time. Thank you.
Hey, chat. Everybody out there in the chat, we are sorry for the delay. We are just working through a few things. The drivers are getting ready right now, and we are trying to get this show on the road. So thank you for your patience. Please bear with us out there if you are watching, as we are just trying to get it going out here. Yeah, so just kind of trying to keep you guys updated. It is really hot out here. I'm sure anyone in most areas of the states here, it's July 5th. It's going to be a hot one, but all these drivers, we're trying to kind of wait till the last second to put those suits on so that they're not absolutely getting heat exhaustion out here. And so again, please bear with us and thank you for doing so. Just a little bit of a delay here. I'm just going to kind of check in on the chat. Yep, let's get the Jeopardy waiting song going in the background. But the comp is going to start up soon. The level of horsepower ranges all over the place out here. So that's kind of a loaded question. And let's see. I don't know when the new track's going to be done. I don't think they have a time frame on that, but I will tell you this. There are tractors running in the background that have been there since I got here at 8 a.m. So the new track is constantly under construction, and I'm looking over at it right now, and I will say that it's an exciting thing to see that coming around, because it's going to be quite an incredible little feature here when they get that built up. So I believe we have 23 drivers today. 23 drivers. Not quite the full field, but you know, at the beginning of the season, we had to do some rescheduling, and unfortunately, the holiday weekend was just the time when this would step on the least amount of toes. Because as everybody knows, if you follow drifting, we're in a bit of a hectic golden age in drifting, where there is so many events. You can't shake a stick at all of them at once. And so Ken did his best. It landed on a holiday weekend, and we just ended up here with 23 drivers today. We are really hoping that in round 3, maybe we'll step that up, get a full field, and as the series grows and progresses. So yeah. Yeah, we're just making some changes to the bracket. The drivers are getting ready. We are trying to keep it rolling here. But yeah, yep, a lot of events going on this week. A lot of events. Got even on the 4th of July weekend, it's just loaded down out there. If you are in drifting right now, it's impossible to get to everything that's going on, which is it's a good thing, even though it's a little overwhelming sometimes. But yeah, just kind of rocking and rolling, chatting with you guys a little bit. If you get tired of it, just tell me to pipe down in the chat, because we are watching it right now in the downtime. Just you know, doing our best to keep you guys entertained while it's slow and everything's getting figured out.
Oh man, our VPF guys, we missed you this round. We hope to see you back again for round 3. I was really hoping to see you back again. Yeah, Bentley and Flores, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was hoping to see them back again, so. Yeah, I couldn't make it this round, unfortunately, but hey, we'll see you again here soon. Who is the farthest driver that we have so far?
I'm not sure, actually. I'm curious about that as well, now that you mention it. I hadn't really thought about
Oh, here we go. Let's
Oh,
see.
we got it. Yeah.
So I know Danny's coming from Arkansas. He may be the furthest for this round. I know we had, well, no,
got
because
some Texas
Paul's from
boys.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So
Oklahoma's
he
a pretty
may
good
he
try.
may be.
The De Leons are from Texas. That's got a pretty good haul, but I don't know if it might be not
That's a
as
good
far,
haul.
depending on what part of Texas they're in, because it could take you an entire day to cross Texas, as I found driving across the
cannot
country years
imagine.
ago.
Not imagine hauling across that.
Yeah, no, it's like, hey, we're in Texas for the day,
Yeah.
doing 80 miles an hour across the state. Yeah, I see someone said I'd sit in the pond. That's a great suggestion. Honestly, I brought my swim trunks. There's an outdoor shower in a pond, so.
Yeah, we actually had some media guys that were out there paddling around.
Yeah.
Which is a great idea, honestly. Like, we should have brought floats. We should have brought it.
Seriously.
Well, we got some people in the pits with kiddie pools, which is a brilliant idea.
That's awesome.
So,
What do you-
so yeah, we're hot and shiny right now.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
The sunscreen is trying to do its job, but we are cooking out here, and it's a hot one. We are in a bit of direct sunlight, and yeah, we're trying to stretch it, man.
Yeah, we're
trying
stretching
to
it,
stretch.
man.
We're doing our best we can. Call us Stretch Armstrong today, because, huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. We got our drivers trying to get dressed and get everything squared away. So yeah, like I
Yep.
said, it's miserable. I can't imagine doing this event today without a cool suit.
Oh God,
Oh
yeah.
man, kudos to whoever's got a cool suit.
Those cars are so hot inside, and it is so hot outside. It's insane. You put a driver's suit on, and you're just literally, your own personal little sauna in there. So
Well, I intentionally take the summer off from drift events.
Yeah.
I'm too old to do this. I can't do it anymore.
Same. And honestly, when I was younger and coming up under some of the older guys, they kind of showed us the way. They're like, hey, drifting's really cool, but in like July and
Yeah.
June and August, it's not as cool as it is. No pun intended. It's just super, super hot. But, it's good that everyone's so dedicated. They're like, you know what, we're going drifting.
Yeah, well, there's serious
You know.
money on the line, so
Yeah.
I mean, for $6,000, I'd probably sweat it out. I mean, I'm gonna
Yeah.
sweat it out anyway. So.
Anyways, yes. Ah.
One, two. And here we go.
Sorry, a little impromptu mic check there. So we're almost ready to get started. We'll be back here in just a moment. Check out that beautiful view. Track expansion project's going quite well. Still don't have an exact timeline on when we're going to be completed with the track expansion project. It's supposed to be estimated for the end of this year, but man, we're already halfway through the year.
Years flying by.
Ah,
And
it's
honestly, it's a massive project. but-
It's hard to believe, but I mean, like, it seems like every time I come here, they've moved, I don't know, tons more dirt.
It looks
and,
completely different, and I wasn't here that long ago. Yeah.
But yeah, so speaking of hot, speaking of pits, Hot Pits event, you know all about this. Let's hear what Jeff Jones has got going on.
Down in San Bernardino, California, next weekend, July 12th, the Hot Pit Auto Fest is going on. That is an event, again, being hosted by Jeff Jones. They're going to be showcasing modeling. They got drift competitions. They got RC stuff. I'm actually going to pull up a list right now and take a look at it. But Hot Pit Auto Fest, 1 week away down in SoCal, Southern California. It is
Yeah.
going to have, they got models. They're doing drifting ride-alongs. There's going to be a stunt bike show drone racing, live music. It's going to be an insane event. I'm nowhere near that area, and I've been hearing about this all over the internet.
Wow.
So shout out to Hot Pit Auto Fest. You got to get out there and catch these battles. It's going down at Orange Show Speedway next week in San Bernardino, California. We're going to try and give them a couple shout outs today. And if anyone's over there in SoCal, or if you're a driver who wants to travel to this event and throw down in a super cool event, check it out. It's definitely that the name rings true right now. It is Hot Pit Auto Fest.
Yeah, for sure. So we know a lot of our viewership, you may not be in that area. So if you can't make it to that event, they do have a live stream on YouTube, so you can check out Hot Pit Auto Fest on YouTube. More details on the website, of course, hotpitautofest.com. Got some contact information for Jeff Jones. So if you're interested in working with him on just getting more information about the event, I think he's actually he may still be looking for some partnership deals as well. So media, I'm sure media is still a thing as well.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, got some opportunities for you there as well. So we're getting some thumbs up. Sounds like we may have some drivers that are ready to start doing some interviews. Of course, we knew we couldn't do round 2 without our favorite girl, Sarah. So Sarah's making her way into the pit so we can get a couple quick driver interviews before they get out onto the track. Sarah.
What's up, everybody? We're here in the pits. We're going to take a quick walk through the pits and just check out some of the cars, maybe talk to some of the drivers before they're heading out for competition. We're starting with our winners bracket here. So our drivers are going to head out. A few of them were lucky enough to draw a bye in the drawing earlier, if you guys saw that. We have a bunch of first-timers here. I believe we have 9 drivers who are joining us for the first time who are not at round 1. So we're going to go ahead and run through the pits here. Our drivers are all getting ready. They're getting everything situated to get ready to the line any second now. Everybody's suiting up. Whether or not they have a bye run, they're allowed to go ahead. Whether or not they choose to take their bye run is up to them. They're going to head over to the line, and they're allowed to take the bye run. Some drivers were talking earlier about possibly taking that in order to test their car, give it a little shakedown. Maybe something went down in practice. We saw a few folks that are still working on their cars. We're just passing Daniel Morse's pit here, the lucky number 1 pill pull. Now, if you guys remember, we were doing a double elimination, same as last time. So our drivers will have to lose twice in order to be eliminated. But in order to have our losers bracket, for lack of a better word, we need to get some losers first. So we'll send those battles out there. You guys can follow along with the bracket in the chat. If you guys are curious, it's a live updated bracket. You guys can hit refresh on that and follow along with that. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw it back up to our lovely team in the booth. Thank you guys. Let's get into this competition.
Thanks so much, Sarah. We appreciate you. You know, somebody just called it out in the chat, and I can't believe I didn't remember this. I'm so sorry. Josiah is actually probably the furthest person. He came all the way from Canada land. So, oh, Canada.
Sorry,
we got Josiah all the way from Canada. We forgot about him.
Yeah, so there it is. We didn't get through all the names before they changed it.
Yeah, my bad. But yeah, so lots of things happening here. So as Sarah mentioned, we're almost ready to get started. It seems like I've been saying that for a while now, but I did hear a car crank, so that's promising. Don't know who it's gonna be. We've got pull up the bracket here. Actually, I did see somebody was saying the bracket was having some issues with loading. Danny looks like should be. No, we got Cameron. Cameron first. Cameron gets pole off. So, Danny, sorry about your name there. Will's going to get that corrected here. It is definitely not Danny Worse. It is Danny Morse. So, like I said, give Will a little appreciation for getting this bracket put together quickly. Don't give him too much grief. But let's not give him too much grief about his his typing skills here. It's pretty gnarly. But yeah, so all right. So we do have a couple more events coming up the rest of this year. Quite a few, actually. I think Ken's pretty much fully booked the rest of this year in terms of
private events and just general track days. So be sure to check out midpond.com for all the events that we have lined up for this year. Also, ancillary events happening all around. I know somebody called out that that ladies event is not here at MidPond, unfortunately. That is going to be at NOLA Motorsports Park in New Orleans. So I will be there coaching a ladies event along with several other ladies for Crew to Femme. So thanks for shouting that out. I really appreciate that, but that is actually not going to be here, unfortunately. So lots of other events that are coming here for for MidPond, so be sure to check that out on the website. And in terms of, I did see another question that came over from the live stream here too, about the resurfacing of the track on the main track, like the old school track. So that is the plan. So when we are doing the resurfacing of the track on the new side, we may as well go ahead and resurface the old. So that's going to be really nice, especially if the plan originally was so that we could have one continuous circuit. So you could basically run the entire course. Now, if you're a drifter, you know that's going to be a lot on tires. I mean, you're basically doing one lap and you're overheated.
Yeah,
you're
gonna
already
have to
done on
pick
tires.
and
Like,
choose
good
your
luck
battles.
with that.
Yeah,
It's
if you've got a super cooling system or like a stock car that can do that, then great. But
Yeah.
otherwise, you're going to have to pick and choose your battles there.
I think it's going to be more for like mini moto again. Like
Yeah.
mini moto, it's been a while since we've seen mini moto back here at
but they have
MidPond.
been out here a little bit, and
Yeah.
they'll be stoked on this new setup. But yeah.
But
Yeah,
the glory is that you'll be able to kind of have two separate layouts, and you can
Yeah.
run simultaneous events. So having both of the tracks resurfaced fresh, having the new track with elevation changes is going to be insane. Like,
I tell
I
you
am
what,
so excited.
I'm so excited for that. I've been driving this track for a long time, and the fact that just a regular one's getting redone is very exciting for me.
Well, it looks like we got Poloff making his way out onto the track in his Camaro, which honestly, I told him I wasn't going to give him too much grief on the live stream because he is one of the OG Klutch Kickers guys who has one of the founding members, helped bring us to where we are today. So he's actually decided to drive for this round, and I think he'll be competing the rest of the season. So super stoked to see Poloff out here. I don't know if he's going to continue competing in this Camaro. But I told him I wasn't going to give him too much grief about being a street kid because it totally looks like a street car. But we'll see. We'll see what he's been doing. He's been pretty consistent in practice. Had a couple issues with the car yesterday, but I think he's got those ironed out. Kind of basically showed up with the car, didn't really have much details on the alignment. He just kind of sending it. So kudos to Poloff for switching gears from being behind the scenes at Klutch Kickers to being behind the wheel.
Sometimes
Klutch
you just got to
Kickers.
get out there. It looks like someone's saying our mic volume is a tad bit low. Looks like we got about 200 people in the chat. Can we get like a few people? Okay, so actually I just got, while I was about to ask y'all how you felt about that, we got a message from our tower here, and it seems like they are working on a few different things, including the audio, so we will try and have that adjusted here shortly for the competition. So hopefully you guys can hear us good enough for now. Really, we were just kind of doing this to give you guys some fill time and not have too much dead space. We know we kind of got fired up and then had a few hang-ups here, but we appreciate everyone bearing with us as we get this thing rolling.
Well, I don't know about you.
Oh, I said the overall, but yeah, so, yeah, well, had to download external extension. All right, well, it looks like we're definitely going to have some work on that here soon. I think they were working on the video, and then they're going to address the audio. Thank you guys for keeping us updated. It does kind of help us adjust on the fly, which is, and we're going to try and iron this out and see if we can get it just right for you guys as the competition fires up.
As I mentioned in chat.
I did try and turn my voice up a little bit, but like speaking, because I think I was kind of like worried it was too loud, but yeah, we'll get that dialed in for you guys. Thank you again for tuning in today. July 5th, round 2, Klutch Kickers. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, I don't know about you. I need to take a quick second to. Somebody had already mentioned like I'm super glistening. Yeah, it's look, man, it's sweltering right now. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go towel off. Real quick.
Yeah, do your thing.
And I'll be right back and grab some water. Hope you do the same. And we'll see you back here in just a minute.
Yeah, I think they're gonna boost us up a little bit. Thank you for letting us know. We're gonna try and get that sorted out. Got a great team here at the Lights Out Loud. These dudes are. I wish you could be here to see how much work they're putting on behind the scenes to make this happen. To be honest, I've never understood much of what happens during a live stream, and being a part of this one has really opened my eyes to the intricacies and the amount of detailed work going on behind the scenes to make something like this happen. So shout out to Lights Out Loud, killer production setup here. They're out here suffering with us in this absolute sweltering heat. So thank you to who's watching. Thank you to Lights Out Loud. Shout out. Let's keep this rolling. I hear a car starting. There's a V8 Miata. It's not Taylor Ray, though. I was hoping to see him out here this season. I know he was a previous veteran of the Clutch Kickers series. But seeing a V8 Miata made me think of him earlier. Yeah, and just to address, you can only hear the speaking. We are not really running any video right now. We're just kind of at a medium point. I think they're actually about to do some driver interviews, though. Or some kind of interview. Looks like they're setting up for an interview in the pits. But currently, yes, there's no video. We're coming back shortly, and we're just in your ear trying to do some fill in here so that it's just not completely quiet on y'all's end. Well, we got cars starting up. We got drivers suiting up. Clutch Kickers round 2 is getting ready to be underway.
Well, we are finally ready to get things fired up, and it sounds like Sarah is in the pits, sending the drivers out to the track.
Two of Klutch kickers here at MidPond. The drivers are all wrapping it up, getting ready to head out to grid for the first side of our bracket. Now remember guys, this is a double elimination, so our drivers are gonna have to lose twice in order to be eliminated. And this is a 2-day event, so we're gonna rock here today and also tomorrow as well. Right now we've got our drivers heading up to the line. It looks like Brandon Bass and Daniel Morse are up there first, if my view is not deceiving me. And then of course we have Taylor Hull heading out there, if you can hear him in the background, who was lucky enough to get a bye run for this round, for this actual battle. Our drivers are allowed to take their bye run. Some are gonna use it to test, just make sure the cars are working well from practice. But if they don't wanna take their bye run, they don't have to have their bye run. So everyone here is pretty much wrapping up. I see very few cars on jack stands, which is a good thing. And they're getting ready for the left side of our bracket. Now, if the drivers were lucky enough to be on the right side of the bracket, they'll be a little bit later in the day. So we're gonna run all the way down the left side and then run all the way down the right side there. So if we're almost getting ready to wrap up, I can toss it back up to our lovely hosts up here in the booth. If not, we can kind of rock through the pits, check out, see what's going on here. Maybe grab a crew member or two and see what's up with each car.
Yeah, let's go back to us. Thanks,
But
Sarah. We
until then,
appreciate
it looks like everyone's pretty much getting ready. Some cars are starting. Glad to see Harry Spencer got his car back.
Oh, good.
Yes, awesome.
Cool.
Let's go.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. Thanks, Sarah. We appreciate it.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
We're having a little bit of issues with
All right,
audio
so if they're
today.
ready, we're going to go ahead and throw back up to the booth. We're kind of working on hand signals right now, folks. So if it looks a little bit, hodgepodge, we're still warming up here. It's a little toasty here at MidPond here in Alabama, but hopefully everyone's staying as cool as they can be, drinking some water. If you guys can't join us out here today, we will be out here tomorrow as well. And with that, I'm going to throw it back up to the booth with our lovely hosts, and we'll go ahead and kick this thing off.
Thank you so much, Sarah. We appreciate it. Yeah,
Thanks,
having a little
Sarah.
bit of issue with getting audio back from her. She can't hear us. We can hear her, but
Yeah.
all part of the fun, right?
Yep.
All
A
part
little
of the
bit of fun, a little bit of hand signals. Oh,
Yeah.
sounds like I'm on a big speaker.
That is so hard.
Well, sweet. So looking out of the track, it looks like we got Zach Poloff, we've got Danny Morse, Brandon Bass, and Taylor Hull all lined up, ready to go. So we're going to get this party started here in just a bit.
All right, all right. Let's get this underway.
Sorry about that. Don't know if y'all picked up on that interference there, but we got that resolved. So, track layout. So you got to test the layout. I got to test the layout. What were your thoughts?
I like it. I've always loved reverse course at MidPond.
You're
but
alone there. I don't like it.
I love reverse course. Unfortunately, most people who don't are wrong, and so.
Why are you gonna call me out like that? Okay, that's all right. It's all right.
No,
it's
no,
all right.
I really like reverse course. It's amazing that how much different it can be by just flipping the direction of the track.
Yeah.
MidPond is so rad, but then you go reverse and it's literally like driving a completely different place. It's super fast on the reverse through the sweeper and down towards the pond. If you lift there, you can go off flying into the woods, I guess. May need to, I don't know. It's
possible. It did happen in
it's
practice
a high,
yesterday.
Yeah, so it's a high-speed run around there. I personally really like reverse layout. I like full course reverse because when you come off the back straight and you head into the hairpin, it's like a crazy long stretch and then like a long flick into the hairpin. And then when you come out of that, high-speed attack to the left. But the competition layout, really fun. I did happen to get to test it when I got here yesterday in my old trusty Steed, and basically pulled it off the trailer so I could drive it around town this weekend, and then got called various names if I didn't go do a lap right away because
that was
everything
me.
had just ended. Yeah, you and Curtis together basically bullied me into getting 2 laps, so thank you. It was fun. I had
good.
got a good couple little rips in to start the weekend off on a Friday night, and yeah, I love the layout. It's definitely cool to see them switch it up. I know the regular layout, we ran round 1, that's great, but give the drivers a little something different and give the viewers a little something different. But yeah, I love that reverse layout. So we'll see how everyone adapts to that. It's kind of a short run up to that hairpin.
It is. It is. So,
It's very quick 1, 2, and tossing in. The judges were talking about they don't really want to see a big feint entry because they don't want to see a car crossing over the whole thing. They want to kind of see everyone heading in, give it a little feint, flick in, and get going. So
exactly.
It'd be interesting to see how they handle that.
It's going to be somewhat of a leveler for sure because you've got a lot of guys with power who are going to want to use it right off the launch to kind of jump in and get ahead.
Absolutely.
But you're not going to be able to go right at that initial entry.
Correct.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And we've got a couple more, I think we've got more clipping points, or excuse me, more outer zones this time than we did last time. So
Yeah.
lots more excitement. If you have not seen the track map, there is one on Facebook and Instagram posted, so you can take a look at that. So you can see all the different zones. Of course, we've got the drone in the air right now. That is one of the outer zones as you come out of that initial hairpin. So you've got your first outer zone here in the inner zone, or excuse me, in that inner hairpin there.
Yep.
You've got a touch and go right there.
Yep. Which way are we going? Oh, we're going. The
Yeah, I know.
opposite
We're
direction.
going the
We're
actual.
going reverse.
There we go.
reverse.
There
Oh,
we
we're back
go.
in
There
go.
we go.
So we're coming out of outer zone 1 here, and then there's a touch and go on the left right there, going
Yep.
over the touch and go. Got to get in there, and then you're heading on throttle all the way into outer zone 2 right here. It's a little bit of a decel zone. They're going to hang in there. Little inside touch and go into outer zone 3.
Long.
Lots of long zone. That's going to be a
Yes, I
challenge to
love
keep these
that.
cars in that zone. You got to be locked in. Little bit of transition, little decel into a tight corner here into outer zone 4, and then it's going to end right there. Shout out to the drone pilot for that little preview.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Thanks, man.
Yeah, really cool little setup here.
So yesterday, the drivers, we made a couple of adjustments from the initial track map that we shared with you on Facebook and Instagram. So there's been a couple just minor adjustments based on feedback that we got from drivers during practice yesterday, which is to be expected. You know, we want to make sure that this is a good show. We want to make sure that the drivers are comfortable and that we're not creating any kind of instances where we're creating a safety issue.
Yeah,
But,
safety
you
is
know,
important.
Yeah, we also want to make sure that we're keeping it somewhat of a level playing field as
Yeah.
much as we can.
Yep. It's always good to have a sort of an equalizer when possible. You know, fast cars are always going to be fast, but let's see. We got Hannah pulling out on the course. Looks like we got the drivers stacking up back there, getting ready. We've even got one at the starting line. Oh, this is a buy run. We got our first buy run. All right, we're finally getting going here. I don't have the.
This is
bracket
Danny
pulled up.
Morris with his buy run.
Yep.
Drivers do not necessarily have to go full tilt for their buy run, so Danny said he might. It looks like he's at least giving it a little bit.
Yeah, kind of a free practice lap, you know. I believe that's a 1UZ car. Looks like it's got some fresh paint on it.
Yeah, Danny's is the 1UZ.
Yeah, okay.
The other Uzi car, unfortunately, was unable to make it. He actually ended up doing an engine swap in that car. They were having so many issues with it last time, but still were not able to make it. That was Nate Chambers.
Oh, that's right,
Yep,
the
yep.
white UZ hatch.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's correct. Yeah, so he unfortunately wasn't able to make it. But Danny Morris got his buy run out of the way.
Yep, just cruising, checking out the course.
So just a reminder for all of you who are joining us first, we've got about our first 10 drivers that had their selection. So numbers 1 through 10 are going to have buy runs. Again, we had 22 total drivers for this round. So quite a few buy runs, but that's okay. There's going to be lots of action, lots of driving, because we are still doing double elimination. So lots of opportunities for drivers to make it to the final battles.
Oh, yeah. And if you are locked in with the driver's bracket, it is going to run from top to bottom. So if you see where Daniel Morris is on the bracket, you'll see that he's the first run as a buy, and then to the left, the next couple names are the battles. It'll go back to the right, but it goes top to bottom the whole time. You good? You good? Testing, testing. We got cars starting up. We got cars starting up, and they are heading out, stacking the field up here.
Just
like-
waiting on Brandon Bass to make his run, so he should be heading out here soon.
Yep, Brandon Bass is at the line. See, I thought they were gonna.
He should be going up against Taylor Hull, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm already a little confused because I thought we were doing. It was
Yeah,
supposed to
he's
go
gotta
buy, run,
buy.
battle, buy,
Yeah.
run, battle.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I probably just told everyone the wrong thing.
These are all going to be buy runs. Okay. Okay. Little misunderstanding. There was supposed to be a buy run battle. But hey, you know what? We're just gonna go as it goes. All right. Brandon Bass out the gate. Let's see if Brandon's gonna give us a show.
Brandon Bass getting in there.
Not too much aggression. I've certainly seen more aggression out of Brandon. I know how he drives, but hey, he's still giving us a little bit of a show.
Coming into outer zone 2, pretty hot. Little left foot brake. Really working on filling those outer zones. Got to be on the throttle here until you transition, and then you're allowed to decel a little bit. Solid little run from Brandon.
Was.
He's getting some free practice here with that buy run drawing. Okay, it looks like we're just running all of the buy runs. So there's 10 buy runs. I was originally under the impression it was going to bounce around a little bit, but we're just going to get these buy runs out the way, and then we'll start the battles. So 2 down, 8 to go.
Yeah, shout out to our drone guy. Same drone guy, different drone if you were here for it with round 1. Unfortunately, he had a little mishap, and man, he had to put together a drone real quick and was able to do so very quickly. Got back up in the air. Oh, here we've got Taylor Hull now out on the track doing his buy run. Of course, Taylor's always going to give us a smoke show.
Looks like he... Oh, dipping a tire, taking out a couple cones on the buy run.
It's not too tired. He's good.
Taylor Hull in the Montevetto. Yep, looking at the replay, tips a little cone but gets the outside zone. Little touch and go. Switch back for the touch and go. That section right there is really fast. If you ever driven reverse at MidPond, you know you are just on the throttle coming out through there. Flying. Yeah, Taylor Hull getting a little wide and wild on the buy run there. So he's
But showing what it means to fill all those outer zones. Looks like a great run thus far.
Yeah, for the chat here and just for anyone listening, the buy runs is just the lack of drivers, so we're just going to get those buy runs out of the way and get into the competition here shortly. So, firing up.
Yeah, unfortunate part about having a comp on a holiday weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, it's part
Oh,
of it.
shit.
Part of it, but
Yep, just a little low on drivers, but that's how it goes. We're still going to roll this show out, and we are still going to be paying whoever wins. So just remember, if you're thinking about driving a competition series, you've got better odds until it starts getting packed out with drivers. But we are hoping that the field will start filling up for now, we've just got to do some buy runs to make it work, and then we're going to start this show.
Very true, very true. Well, looks like we've got Cameron Nunez, smallest wheelbase of the entire group here this weekend.
Yeah. Miata. Oh, well, this is
Miata
SRT.
running 195s.
Oh, he went back.
Oh, he did go back. Oh,
He left. He heard us talking smack about the
Oh,
chassis. Oh, we
my
got.
bad.
Whoa, he's in the
oh,
skirts.
extra wide there.
That's not Kashad.
No, no. Now, Kashad did change the color of his
Yeah, oh,
car,
God.
but
He's
this
green.
is actually Harry Spencer out of Ocala, Florida.
Right, Spencer out in California. He went three-wheeling there for a second.
Florida.
I gotta remember when we're on camera to stop looking around so much.
I know, it's hard not to.
Sorry, chat, if you just see us looking completely ridiculous because I'm trying to like see what's going on and also talk to you, and so I'm just all over the place until I remember what I'm doing.
Shout out to the Beast Coast team.
East Coast. On the replay here. Went a little wide on that initial entry there to outer zone 1, but got the touch and goes dialed, and then right here he's going to drop pretty hard, lift a front right and straighten out. But these guys, I think that's part of the buy run. You know, you have the option to run the buy run or not, but it's good to run it, get your bearings, and figure out where you're going on the track. It's basically free practice if you got a solid machine. So, all right, that Miata's pulling back up to the line.
All right, are we actually getting a battle here? Looks like Poloff is up at the line. I believe that is Nunez up beside him. It's hard to tell because
It
it's
is.
such a small Miata, but yes, Nunez is in the lead. Poloff in the chase.
First battle of the day coming up. That little Miata was literally hiding behind the Camaro. It is crazy how small it is. And he's flying. That little thing is going. Oh, Camaro is all the way off the
Poloff
track.
off the track.
Poloff flies off the track. Miata gets a free rip. Still got to keep it together.
It was a little shallow in outer zone 2, but seemed to be filling up the rest of the track. All right, bringing him back around. We'll have Nunez in the chase. Poloff in the lead.
All right.
Waiting on the light to go. Lights provided by Well Done Motorsports. Shout out, sorry, shameless plug, but here we go. Poloff in the lead, Nunez in the chase. Poloff starting out strong.
Ooh, Nunez keeping it tight. Poloff goes wide into outer zone 2. Really wide. And shallows up for outer zone 3. Nunez stays on line. All right.
All right, well, we'll see what the judges have to say, but either way, we will likely see these drivers back again
Yep.
for
It looks
double
like-
elimination.
Yep. Poloff went way off on that outer zone 2 and then kind of tried to shuffle back in, but ended up a little shallow on 3.
Yeah,
Nunez just kind of staying where he needed to be. He was a little bit shallow on the touch and go, but hanging in there, right there.
Yeah, that's 2 wheels off,
Yeah.
it looks like.
And
so.
he's way outside of that touch and go, but you know, that's part of it. Every run can't be perfect.
Yeah,
But
well, and
was
with that follow, unfortunately, I think that's going to give him a 0 out. So,
Yep.
hey, we'll still see Poloff back for the other side of our bracket when we do our double elimination. But Nunez, I believe, will be moving on, just waiting on the official verdict from our judges.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. We plugged the light system. We did create a prototype staging light system.
Yeah.
It's not me, I will say that. My husband spent many hours in the garage building a light system for us this weekend so that we do not have to do street race style flag racing. So
Yeah.
that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And if you
so
think it's unprofessional, we don't care because we're announcing it.
confirmed Nunez gets the win, but we will see Poloff again on the other side of our bracket when we do double elimination. Yeah, sorry, that was a little shameless plug.
No, don't be sorry. They can think it's unprofessional if they want. It is what it is. We're doing the announcing, not you. You want to come out here and sit in the sun with us?
Oh.
You still can't do it. This is our job.
I don't know. I think I'd rather
Yeah,
be in the
actually,
shade
you know
right
what?
now.
You want to come out? Yeah, come on. We'll give you the day. Give us a little break ski.
Let's see who we've got up next for our next battle. Still a little confused. I thought we had maybe Josiah and Grendel, but I'm not 100% sure here. I do see Grendel staged up next. Looks
And
like
that's
he's
Josiah
moving in
in the
next to
Corvette.
Josiah. So yeah, looks like that'll be our next battle. So super excited to see this one. Grendel's been fantastic, very consistent through practice all day yesterday and also this morning. Josiah showed up a little bit later yesterday, but again, fantastic driving from him as well. Very consistent, so I think this is going to be a great battle between 2 fantastic drivers. I actually don't know much about Josiah's car. I didn't get a lot of details from his bio.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, Grendel's got that. Is it S14.9?
Yes, that is correct. Looks kind of like an S15 from here. Maybe it's got a different front or just some different lights. It's pretty far away.
Yeah. Well, let's line them up and see what they can do. Looks like we're going to have Josiah in the lead and Grendel in the chase to get us started. Just waiting on the official go-ahead. And we will send them.
All right, here we go. Josiah up front. Andrew Grindle in the chase. Josiah getting that outside. Good run there from Josiah and Andrew. See on the replay, it's like Josiah filled that outer zone pretty well, and hit the touch and go. Grindle, nice transition timing, but got a little behind there and caught back up. Ooh, he's way inside, stayed in it. Josiah all the way on the outside for outer zone 3. fired up here.
All right, got him lined up back around. Have Grindle in the lead. Just a second to get Paul on the track so he can get lined up, and then we will send him.
All right, here we go. Grindle in the lead this time. Josiah in the chase.
A little dirt drop there, but it looked like it was only one tire.
Solid
Great run.
Yeah. A little replay action. Grindle going a little wide in that first corner, but hangs onto it. One tire off is not, it's maybe a deduction, but it's definitely all good. And
Not
he
a
is
zero.
Not to zero. Oh, they got really close.
Ooh,
in
yeah.
Zone 2
Thought
going
that
into
was almost a bump
inside.
there.
Yeah. Touched him. Just gave him a little kiss.
Okay, okay. Oh, yeah, that was a little bit of a kiss there, yeah.
Just a little, maybe it was close. We're definitely getting fresh right there.
Judges are deliberating, taking a look at Wally. See who's going to be the winner here. Josh patiently waiting.
Shot of our man Josh there at the start line, holding it down, waiting for the call. Yeah, I see the chat is talking a little bit about cages and all that. I don't really have any inside information, but my speculation on the cage rule for something like this is the insurance is almost always the deciding factor.
Absolutely.
A lot of areas, you know, allow cageless tandems for party events or hangout events, but competition driving often requires pretty serious insurance, and that is usually going to be the determining factor on something like that.
Fortunately, attorneys have to ruin everything.
Yeah, so.
Sorry, Mom. If my mom's watching, she's an attorney. Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely, you know, I'd love to actually build a car for something like this, but I'd probably be, you know, try and jump out here once in a while in my street car if I could, but I can't.
Oh,
so I just drive
apologies.
fun
I actually just missed who was the winner there. See, Josiah went out first, but did not see who the winner was.
Oh.
Apologies.
Yeah, a cage is a pretty small expense in a competition car. Unfortunately, a lot of competition drivers just drive straight into each other, so there's a lot of damage, a lot of tire wear, a lot of travel expenses. But roll cages is a safety thing, containment seats, things like that. They're required at a lot of places and a lot of series, so it is what it is. The only reason I don't have a cage in my car is because I still just like to drive it around town and pick up the groceries on a nice Saturday evening, you know?
Gotcha. Yeah, I did get confirmation it was Josiah. I thought that's what I saw, but I didn't want to tell you and be wrong, so apologies for that. I should be paying closer attention to the actual feed instead of the chat. My apologies. That's on me. All right, next up, looks like we got Hannah Amerson. Couldn't see who went on the other side of her. I'm going to be, my phone overheated, so I have no bracket right now, unfortunately, so I have no internet.
I have a bracket on mine.
Or you'll just let me know who.
We got a battle going on here. Oh, looks like Hannah straightened out there. Reinitiates, coming flying in, and she is off the track.
Hannah, of course, going up against Diego. So he finishes up his run.
All right, Diego De Leon. Hannah seems to having a technical difficulty after going off track a little bit. See if she can get that 350Z fired back up.
Yeah, she was having some issues with the clutch yesterday. That may be causing some issues for her today again, unfortunately. But got the MidPond tow pig on the way out to pick her up. Give us just a moment to get her off the track. See if she's able to get the car fired back up, and so we can send them back around.
We appreciate everyone's concern about giving us a tent. We're not really sure there's room or what we're going to do about that, and maybe we'll change something tomorrow, but thank you guys for thinking of us.
We appreciate that. We also want to make sure we're not blocking the track view. We have a lot of spectators here, so we do want to make sure that everybody can see the track fairly. It's not all about us. We may like to think it is, but it's not.
Yeah.
Getting Hannah off the track. Looks like she was not able to restart her car, unfortunately. I will give a shout out to Hannah's mom because she has been keeping us supplied in sunscreen while we've been sitting here. So
I'm going to have to reapply soon.
Shout out to Mama Amerson for keeping us with our SPF and watermelon.
Yeah, a little slice of watermelon, yeah. Yep. Looks like they are moving forward there with the towing
that's a
situation.
sharp little drop there, too. Hopefully I can move her around. Well, we got the drone up in the air. Oh, well, we did have the drone up in the air, taking a look at the all the new. You can see, of course, we still have the old track. Definitely in need of resurfacing. We do acknowledge that. Not going to try to sugarcoat that at all, but that is coming. The days are coming. Ken is working tirelessly day in, day out to finish up this track project that he has been working on for what seems like years now. years to acquire the land, but really less than a year to demolition all that he has. Everything that you're seeing here used to be nothing but pretty young pine trees, a lot of evergreen. Now completely bulldozed, which will be the new track for MidPond. So again, we'll be able to run 2 different circuits simultaneously.
Oh, we got some drone footage over here.
Yeah, we'll have
That dozer going.
that dozer. How much horsepower that thing make?
I know nothing about those, but it looks sick. I'd definitely drive it around and move some dirt. Hell yeah.
See, here's what Ken should do. I'm just gonna do a little plug here. We should have like a bulldozer world or heavy equipment world where you just come and play with heavy equipment at MidPond. Like I would sign
The
up
track
for that
might be a
all
little
day.
interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, so there's going to be more spectator area, more pit parking area. A major thing is going to be obviously the track expansion, which it's kind of hard to tell right now. There are mock-ups of the new track layout here, but you can check that out on I believe it's on the MidPond Facebook page. So check that out. It does sound like we've got Sarah in the pits ready for us, so we'll pass it over to Sarah while we're waiting. Hannah was able to get her car started again, so we're going to wait for her to get back around so she can battle Diego again, but we'll send to Sarah for her driver interview. Sarah, over to you, my friend.
My mic muted. I'm sorry, everyone. Thank you so much in the booth, guys. We're here with Cameron Nunes, the only Miata in the competition. How does it feel to represent Miatas as a whole?
It's pretty good. It's just a small car. Can't put a big tire under it, and trying to keep up with a lot of these cars with big tires is definitely more of a challenge than the rest.
Well, the LS under the hood's probably helping you out a little bit, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
How do you feel about winning your first battle out here this weekend?
Pretty good. It was a struggle trying to get back out there, but came down to the last second.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys, your crew, got the car together. Excellent showing, I think, anyway. We'll let you get back to it. Thank you so much. I'm going to throw it back up to you guys in the booth.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you,
little
Cameron.
Miata.
Congratulations on that win.
Yeah, congrats on that first battle. Little Miata that could. They kept him going. It looks like we got we're running it back right now. And, oh, sorry.
Hannah not quite filling out that outer zone, but
All right, Diego De Leon and following Hannah this time. Oh, looks like Hannah, big straighten out in outer zone 2. She's off the track. Diego avoids. The car's still running, but
that's a good sign.
unfortunately, I'm going to have to go ahead and call that one. Looks like Diego's probably going to be moving on unless the judges have found some reason to fault him in the chase.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one. Something must be going on with Hannah's car. Looks like she's looping back around. She may be trying to cool the car off. I don't know, but
I think she's really still learning that car.
Oh, for
honestly.
sure,
It
for
seems
sure.
like it's really gripped up. I don't drive a ton of cars like that, but it definitely seems like it's fighting a little bit. Kind of like I'm fighting this sweat bee right now. Get out of here.
yeah, her dad was telling me the other day that he did redo the alignment, and so she's been trying to adjust to that. She felt like the car had more grips. They did end up putting a little bit more air in the rear tires. She said it helped it out a little bit, but I'm not sure if that's what the issue is here today. So hopefully we can get that figured out. Maybe that was a false start. Is that why they're coming back around?
That's possible as well. I didn't see the. We can't really see the false start light from here, so
Yeah.
not really sure. But they are lining back up, and they're about to go again. It looks like. So we got Diego in the lead. Diego with an A, and Hannah in the chase.
Okay, they were just giving us our
Oh.
official verdict.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, we're dumb. Don't mind us. It's the heat.
Well, folks, stick with us while we continue to feed you lots of disinformation.
Back to you with more disinformation.
Yeah. Fake news. Oh no.
But what's not fake news is our next couple of rounds. So September 26th through 28th, we've got round 3. Hopefully cooler weather. Obviously October
hopefully.
4th.
October 4th,
Or
that's gonna be
October
nice.
24th,
All right.
excuse me, for round 4.
24th. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
The
gonna be
October
nice.
and then November round, we'll be out here begging for the sun.
Oh, yeah.
November 21st to 23rd, we'll be out here wishing we were burning up.
I know.
You'll see me in about 3. Yeah, no, that's not true. Brandon's shaking his head. He's like, no, we will not be. I'll be out here in a beanie and a sweater or 3, and yeah. Yeah, so it'll be cold then, but it's hot right now, like Hot Pit Auto Fest As we mentioned earlier, Hot Pit Auto Fest down in San Bernardino, California. The SoCal scene is popping off. If you guys are interested in checking out the Hot Pit Auto Fest, they're going to be live streaming on YouTube, just like this event here at Hot Pit Auto Fest. If you want to follow along, that's happening next week. So, I'm going to switch back out of that real quick because we've got a quick buy run. Nick Novak here making his buy run, if anyone's following along the bracket. Oh, very nice. Fills the entire outer zone 3 like crazy. Solid little transition into outer zone 4. Nice buy run by Nick Novak.
Yeah, y'all want to feel bad for us. Nick has no tent out here.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't have one in the pits?
No, he doesn't. I was
Oh,
trying to
no.
put my awning out for him so he had a little bit of something.
Oh,
but,
no.
he's a trooper.
I'll hit him up. I think I've got well, I do. I have a canopy in the truck because I was up at Atlanta Motorsports Park yesterday. Shout out Atlanta Motorsports Park. Shout out Nappy Boy Automotive for putting on a last-second 4th of July event at a little track that's really close to my house. We don't get to drive very often. And back to it. We got the 350Z pulling off here. Nick Novak made his buy run. Looks like we got Trevor warming up in the Mustang. And Trevor's going to be the next buy run in that green Mustang there. So he's going to get a quick grip. And then we have Frank DeLeon and Cabot Cordoso coming up after that. Cabot ran it all the way to second at the last round, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got up his sleeve this round. Him and Taylor Hull put on a good show at round 1 for the final couple battles.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, how does the chat, how can we get the bracket? Where's the bracket for the chat? Did we post that in here?
Yeah, it should be pinned. So
Okay.
you may have to scroll up just a little bit if you're following along in the live chat. There is a bracket that is pinned. So be on the lookout for that. We can certainly share it again. Give me just a little bit. Unfortunately, my phone overheated, so I'm having a little bit of issue getting my Wi-Fi back up. So give me just a minute. Once that's back up and running, I can share that again in the live feed.
So if you're looking for the bracket, check the pins, please. We will post again soon. Trevor on the buy run. Oh, sounds like he shifted up. Oh, maybe not. All right, we got the bracket posted for you guys in the chat there, in case anyone wants to try and keep up. Trevor Johnston with the buy run. And again, if you're watching with us on the Clutch Kickers live feed, the bracket has been posted. And if you are trying to read the bracket, it is going from, we are starting on the left side and going straight down. So if you're reading the bracket right now, you'll see Trevor a little bit ways down, and then it's going to bounce slightly left to Frank and Cabot's run, and then it will go to the next battle of Kashad and Paul, and then it'll go back to the buy runs of Wesley, Dustin, and Adam. Someone mentioned the taco truck in the chat. I am ready for one of those. Ready for some quesadilla or quesabirria or something. I'm ready for something. We're going to get through this, though.
We will be taking a break here in a bit. Not sure if we'll take a break before we go to the other side of our bracket. Obviously, the drivers are not going to take a break, but in terms of the chatter on the live stream, we'll see. But in terms of the agenda for today, obviously we were going to try into one day. It was just one of those things with the amount of drivers that we had. We would have just been at that point where it would have taken us late into the evening. We would have had to do like an all-day stream today and then had maybe like an hour, 2-hour stream tomorrow. So we want to make sure we're giving these drivers the best opportunity that we can to get rest and relaxed before the next run. So who have we got up next here?
Looks like we got Cabot in the chase, and that's Frank DeLeon in the lead in the orange S14. Frank making a pretty hot move through the back there on zone 2. Cabot sticking in there. Oh, Cabot really inside there, trying to. Whoa! Let's go!
Nice.
Cabot letting him know. Oh, whoa, hard rotation. Let's go.
This is what we came to see.
Now the competition's firing up. You already know Cabot's bringing some heat. He's got that car gripped up. I don't think I've ever seen Frank De Leon drive, so this is the first time for me, but it seems like he's got that S14 moving pretty good. Looks like on the replay here, he's filling outer zone 2 really nicely. Get the touch and go. That's where Cabot turned on the heat. The what? Oh, sorry. I just called that a replay, but it's because I'm watching something else, I guess. Here on
There's a little bit of a delay. We're watching
my bad. I'm watching the delay instead of the replay. And
yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Someday I'm
replay
gonna
on
know.
that, unfortunately. But, man, that was great driving by both drivers. Cabot didn't really get a lot of practice time in yesterday, so that speaks a lot for his confidence level going into round 2 of this competition.
Yep. He's here to party. He's here to get that money.
And he's here to win,
Yeah.
for sure.
Again, all the way to second place last time, so we expect to see him working his way through the bracket this week.
Will it be another battle against Taylor Hull? We don't know. We
Could
shall see.
be.
But looks like Frank's giving him a run for his money. Definitely a great run.
Yeah.
Would be cool to see a little father-son duo make it into the finals. That'd be
That would
awesome.
be cool. It'd be fun. It would be fun to see Diego and Frank De Leon battle it out later in the day, but see if that happens.
Yeah.
That would be cool. There's a chance, depending on how the brackets fall. Oh, man. All right, they're back at the line. It will be Cabot in the lead this run. Frank De Leon in the chase. The lights are on. Here we go. Cabot really cooking into outer zone 2. Whoa, drops a tire but stays on the course. Over rotates a little bit. See if Frank gets lost in the dust. Oh, a little bit of excitement going into outer zone 2 there as Cabot drops one tire, I believe, and hangs on to it. Looks like he pitched a lot of angle there at the end of that. Oh, sorry, we're on camera.
Oh, no. Replay.
Oh, we got a replay. Hey. Yep. One tire off,
Yep,
but
one
hangs
tire
in there. But he hangs in
confirmed.
there, but then right. Yeah, we'll see how they call that one. Cabot managed to hang on to it, and I don't know. It looked like before they exited that zone, Frank straightened out. He may have thought Cabot was going off course. I'm not sure. We'll see how the judges play it. They've got the data. Again, Race Data Labs out here giving some quality data feedback so that these judges can have a little bit of help making certain decisions. They can see decel and accelerations. They can see exactly where these cars were and if they're where they want them to be. So helps them figure it out.
Yeah, and once again, unfortunately, we were not able to get the Race Data Labs data plugged in for this round.
Oh, I didn't even know.
So for the replay, yeah, unfortunately, because we are running, because of the holiday weekend, you know, it's difficult for us to have a full-blown production team. Everybody wants to spend time with their family, and we certainly understand that. So having all these manned cameras is going to be a little difficult. So
do they not have it, or
they
we just
have
don't
it, and
have it?
actually the audience can have it too. So if you'll give me just a second, I'm going to share this with you in the chat. I did share it earlier, so if you're interested, you can follow along with the Race Data Labs data. There you go, just put it in the chat for you. You can follow along with all of today's races. You can see all of the specs from pretty much anything. It takes about 5 to 15 minutes max. Now, please note that this is on a different server than what the judges are using, so you're going to get a little bit of a delay. You're not going to see immediate results. But it's great for drivers if you're looking to monitor do recaps for yourself before you go out for your next run, and also great for the audience if you're just curious to see what the data is that the drivers are being analyzed for. Again, that's going to be not really so much looking for style here as we are looking for speed, angle, and I just had a brain fart.
Sorry, I was reading and not listening.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I heard you going 1, 2, and then you stopped, and I was like, oh no, I'm about to have to fill in, and I don't have anything to say. Well.
Oh man, the sun's baking my brain here, but hey, you know what? That's all right. So we're not really going to be so much worried about style for this particular, for this particular run. This is not what the judges are looking for.
Yep. They've got a lot of parameters to read on.
Yeah, they're looking for average speed, line, and angle.
Yes,
and line was the word that I could not make my mouth say. My apologies. Just words are hard, y'all. Words are hard.
Words are hard.
Taking a look into the pits, Sarah's making her way coming up. Oh, don't rush, Sarah. Don't worry.
I think Luke is trying to talk to us on the radio.
Give us just a second here. We're trying to get a little communication here with the judges. Give me just a moment. Sounds like that win went to Cabot Cardoso. Just got confirmation back from our judges. So thank you, judges. We appreciate you giving us a heads up on that. So Cabot gets that win. And looks like we might be ready to send our next battle, which looks like it's going to be Jimenez against Kashad Parson. So Paul Jimenez against Kashad Parson. Parson in lead. Camel style. And they're off.
All right. Kashad throwing it in. He's cruising. That's right. Camel drops the tire. He's in the dirt a little bit, but he stays in it. Manages to fill. Jimenez with a big straighten right there in the chase. Kashad continuing forward. That Jay-Z is singing. Whoa, he goes a little wider at the end, but he hangs on to it. Transitions into outer zone 4. Jimenez off the track a little bit, loses the bumper.
Lost that bumper.
What? Did I just get yelled at?
No, you're good.
Oh, sorry.
Why would
I thought
you get
someone
yelled
yelled
at?
my name. I was like, oh, God. All right.
Austin's got a little PTSD here.
I haven't been sleeping a lot. Yeah, so we got the replay going here. You can see that little bit of straighten out by Jimenez and Kashad hanging in there. Kashad really getting that outer zone all the way through outer zone 3 into outer zone 4, and that's where Jimenez goes off, rips the bumper off. It manages to hang onto the car a little bit. And we are going to go to Sarah in the pits. Let's see what's going on out there. Okay, just kidding. I have been gaslit by the production team. Sorry, guys. I'm just
No,
joking.
that was my fault. I was telling him we
That
may
was a
not have
joke.
enough time just because the boys are already lined up, ready to go again. So,
Oh,
sorry,
it's
Sarah.
So Tara's telling sorry to Sarah, and I've got to apologize to production because it was Tara telling Sarah telling me. And here we go. We're getting fired up, and Jimenez seems like he had a little problem at the line. Car moving a little slow, but he gets it going. Camel in the follow, just doing some slow rolling left foot braking and just kind of make it happen. And all of a sudden, he's got some catching up to do out of nowhere. I don't know what's going on here.
That's
Looks
not
like
the Camel we know.
Well, I think the thing is that the JZX100 was way inside, barely drifting, and so I don't know what's going on. He's missing the zones here, but he's trying to work it out. It definitely sounds like maybe he's at the bottom of whatever gear, and the car was struggling to get out to angle and fill those outer zones, so we'll have to see how it plays out. All right, we got the replay going here. Oh, that's the replay from the first run, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. And it sounds like Kashad is going to move on into the winner's bracket. Mr. Camel himself. Oh, he's throwing some revs up for the crowd out here, letting that Jay-Z sing a little bit. He's happy that he's moving in the winner's bracket. We will see the JZX 100 and Jimenez coming back for another chance in the secondary bracket.
Sounds like we got Sarah now, so apologies about that. I didn't mean to pull the plug on you, Sarah. So Sarah, we'll pass it over to you, my friend. Who have you got with you?
No worries at all. It's moving fast here as it does in competition. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight on what's going on here in the pits. I believe we have Wesley Cloud on the line doing a buy run as planned, but we're also going to see the orange Mustang of Alex Dubois doing a buy run as well, and that is because Carter behind me, Derek Carter, they had a bit of an issue with a crank sensor, and then it seems like there's some noise. They're hoping it's valve train upper part of the motor and that they're not out for the whole weekend. Thanks so much, Kashad. I really appreciate that. But what they're doing here is they're going to forfeit their battle and drop down into the loser's bracket in order to try to determine if this car is still fit for competition. So I want to give you guys a little context so you can make sense of that buy run you're about to see in about 2 runs. But I'll go ahead and throw it back up to you guys so we can get back into the action.
Oh, man, I hate to hear that for Derek. He and his team were working
Agreed.
on the car late last night. He had an issue with his handbrake, so they were kind of trying to fabricate something very quickly together because unfortunately he wasn't going to be able to get parts in to make his handbrake work for this weekend. So that is very unfortunate, but we got Wesley Cloud doing his buy run. The tattoo car, as his team likes to call it.
Little Ripsky in the Corvette, filling outer zone 2 very nicely. Staying out there and then coming back in for the touch and go. Into outer zone 3. Nice on throttle all the way through into the transition into outer zone 4. That was a nice little buy run showcase right there. All right. Little instant replay on the buy run, but that was a nice showing of where to be. A little shallow on the first one, but not too bad. He's getting the bumper out there and then goes to the outside. Quick switch for the touch and goes. Touches and goes into outer zone 2. It's a nice showing of where the car is supposed to be. He was a little wide on that inner right there, but good little buy run for him. It's too bad about the S14 there. Hopefully they can get that figured out. We hate to see a car go down.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and when he was here, let's see, Derek was here not too long ago for, I think it was a fun day, if I'm not mistaken, and had transmission issues. So just bad luck, unfortunately.
Yeah,
the way it goes.
Cars are not always as fun as everyone thinks they are.
Fun to drive.
They're fun to drive.
Not
yeah.
fun to work on.
Yeah. It's a constant process.
Got a lot of Wesley Cloud's family here on the back patio with us. Lots of good cheers for him as he does his buy run.
Yeah.
I suspect they're going to get really loud once we have a battle for him. So
Oh, yeah.
excited to hear what the back porch is going to sound like here in a bit.
Good.
We're going to take a quick break here while we're letting our drivers get lined up. Looks like we do have, I think that's Adam out there, getting ready to do his buy run. Just give us one quick moment while we do some quick change out with our audio. All right, we're all set. Looks like we got Adam out here doing his buy run from Ocala, Florida. We saw his teammate go earlier, Purple S13.
Woo. Kicking up a little grass right there. Oh, a little wide, and he spins it. Well, it's a buy run, so that's okay. Hey, watch the grass, man. Watch the grass. Oh, he sends a cone. He sends a cone spinning all over the place. An exciting buy run. He's going to drift the whole course. If you've ever drifted the entire course in reverse, that little switch up to the straight right there is always a little bit tricky. Don't want to go off into that ditch back there. When you get it just right, you can really cook it down the straight.
Oh, yeah. That's where I met my husband.
You what?
I met Lucas in that ditch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a few of my friends have, too. Sorry, let me see that real quick.
Yeah.
So, wait a minute.
Yep. Looks like we got Alex DuBois getting staged up for his bye run.
Yep. I thought he was battling Derek Carter.
Oh, is he? Oh,
No, but it looks like a
confusion.
bye run right
it does
now,
look
so
like
I'm
a
not
bye
sure.
run. So, oh, that's right, because Derek is in the pits. That's
Oh,
correct.
sorry, we just got that
Yep,
news.
we
We're all-
just had that conversation. So unfortunately,
Okay. This is not a scheduled bye run. This is unfortunately a bye run due to mechanical failure by the competitor. So we're sorry to hear that about Derek Carter's S14. Alex DuBois gets a little cruise right here. And then after this, okay, so this was an unscheduled bye run due to mechanical issues. The next run, I don't see JP Wyndham lined up, so maybe he's just chilling. But we are about to move into the second bracket after this.
looks like we got a little action on the track here. See the fire extinguisher on Alex's car. Not sure what's going on. It looks like it's in the rear. Not sure if he had some exhaust, something going on with the exhaust.
Yeah, I don't know. They thought it was a tire fire for a second, and then whatever it was, they jumped on it with the fire extinguishers to make sure it out. It could have been a brake fire, could have been a tire fire. We're not exactly sure, but it seems like they hit it with the fire extinguisher for a couple seconds there, and it appears like they're all good in that situation, but had a little bit of something going on there.
Just giving a few moments to make sure Alex is okay. Popping the hood now. Seems to be okay. Not sure if he's going to be able to finish his run. Once we get Alex out of the way, looks like we'll be set up for our next battle, which would be against Danny Morse versus Cameron. Nunez in the Miata. See, we got Danny out there already, just waiting, making sure Alex is okay. Well, we're getting word that Alex is okay. Not sure exactly what happened with the car, but we're going to get him towed off the track so we can get our next battle ready. Trying to also wait for confirmation on what is going to be our last battle for the day today. I'm hearing rumors that it's going to be battle 14, which, pulling up our bracket here, we can see what that battle will be. And we've got the tow pig in the lead. Just kidding. Yeah, so we're going to get Alex safely off the track, and then we'll get us staged up for our next battle. Give us just a little bit. Sounds like we may have Sarah ready with a driver. Sarah, are you ready for us, my friend?
She is not ready, but we're going to work on that.
Camera. We got a camera issue. Okay. Well, everybody's breaking. What is happening today?
It's hot, and things are breaking down. I'm breaking down. We're breaking down. Somebody hit the breakdown.
This is not a good metal song right now. Sorry.
Yeah, well, swing and you miss sometimes.
A swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Sun's out, trunk's out. We got a Mustang being pulled off the course here.
But Alex is okay.
Shit, water down, water down. Oh, I cursed. Dang it.
Not sure how how much damage he's got. Hopefully he can get it back into the pits. His team can do some quick work.
Yep. Hopefully he's good. Hopefully he's good. Got the 5.0.
All
Looks like-
right.
Yeah, we got some cars pulling on the track. We got some cars on the line. Is that Cameron in the Miata? Yes.
That is, and Danny in the S13. So
Let's go. V8 Miata, V8 240SX, LS1 versus 1 UZ.
Go, Danny, go. Here we go.
All right, Danny's in the lead. Cameron charging into the inside in that Miata. Whoa, whoa. He's coming in hot. Little Miata hanging in there. Danny must have repainted that car. It looks fresh.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, the Miata drops back a little bit. He
Oh,
made
but
up
not
a lot
for
of
long.
Yeah, not for long. He made up a lot of ground on that outer zone 3 as they go into the 4th outer zone there. Okay.
Okay. Oh, Danny came out just a little bit, came back in. Did a pretty good job filling out that. Oh no, just a little
Yeah,
bit in
little
from
shallow.
that 3rd outer zone, unfortunately. But Cameron did a great job catching up, small wheelbase or not. He said, no, I'm here to win. So he was able to catch right back up with Danny. The 195s that could.
He said after this run in the replay.
All right, we're going to have Cameron in the lead. Danny in the Yankee Special, S13 in the chase. And off they go. Danny coming in with, or excuse me, Cameron coming in with quite a bit of speed, filling that outer zone nicely.
Whoa, Cameron, he's cooking in that Miata. He's on some pretty small tires, even though it's got a V8 in it. That thing's moving pretty good. Danny hanging in there for the chase. Little
Down goes
boop on the cone.
That was a good battle.
Solid little battle. Gave the cone a little boop at the end, but both cars on track. All right, we got the replay. Looks like Cameron was really filling that outer zone 1, hitting the touch and go. He makes his way to the outer zone. Oh, a little shallow on outer zone 2. Swings it to 3, and again, just barely getting out there. That short wheelbase is tough to navigate and really put where you want it. He's got to cover a lot more ground than some of these cars. Gets to outer zone 4, finishes strong. And we are going to send it to the pits and let Sarah fill you guys in. And we have no audio. We can't hear Sarah.
Oh, unfortunately, we lost Sarah, but we are hearing that I think we're going to have an OMT for this battle with Danny and Cameron.
That is correct. We got a one more time going on in this, and I think that Kashad being shirtless just broke the mic over there. We about to go back to that?
Kashad being shirtless.
He was too sexy for the microphone.
Or fellas, I'm
And
not here to judge.
I guess we're going to send it back there for a second here to Sarah while we wait for these guys to line back up.
Can you hear me? Oh, yay. I think you can. Awesome. So we're here with Kashad Parson, a.k.a. Camel Style. He's switching sides because he knows which side my ear is in. All right, so you won your first battle here in the bracket. You're staying up in the winner's bracket. How does that make you feel?
Really good, really good. I'm coming for first, so, just one less battle.
Okay, so are you allergic to shirts, or is it because it's so hot out here today?
Sun's out, guns out, baby.
All right. He was shirtless last round, too, so I know what to expect from you now. I did hear you fighting a little bit of overheating with the JZ. Is it hanging in there for you this morning?
Yeah, it's just really hard here because we don't have any cool down laps. We're just on grid, so it's like an oven in there, I'm even overheating in there, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I totally feel you on that. At least you did what you needed to get done. You battled it in. You're in the winner's bracket. A little easier day for you then. I'll let you and crew get back to it. Try to stay cool. Thank you so much. Back to you guys up in the booth.
Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Camel. We appreciate you. So it looks like we have got Brandon Bass and Taylor Hull. Brandon Bass, local hero, is going to take us out in the lead. Taylor Hull is going to give chase. That's one heck of a person to chase you.
Yeah, seriously. He's going to be going for the doors. We got the local Ripper Brandon in the MK3 Supra. And, of course, Hull in the G-body impersonation of or the Corvette impersonating a G-body.
G-body, yeah. All right, looks like we're ready to go.
Lights are on. All right, initiating outer zone 1. Looks like Brandon's filling the zone pretty good. Taylor Hull right there for the whole thing. Or for the whole thing, I should say. Didn't. All right, Brandon getting outer zone 2. Taylor staying with him. Brandon's cooking right now. See if he can hang on to an outer zone 4. He does dip a tire just barely. Taylor Hull diving in. Yeah, I could tell Brandon was Brandon was moving pretty fast, but they're hanging full throttle through outer zone 3. And they're not really supposed to be decelling until 4. They stayed on it all the way through that. That was awesome.
That was a beautiful
Great run from those two drivers right here. We got the replay going on. You can see that they both got the outer zone, touch and goes. Hull drops an inside tire on that. Brandon came off the outer zone and going into outer zone 3, manages to get outside and really lay it down. He was cooking into outer zone 4. Right here, you see him drop a little tire, boop, and they're through that into the finish. Hull goes a couple tires off, but it was very clear of the course. I think it's just a little tricky there to shut it down. So, wow, good battle right there.
Yeah, we did actually move the finish line back just a little bit from what we had for practice yesterday, so maybe a little bit of adjustment for the drivers there as well. All right, they're staged, ready, lights are on, and away
All
they
right,
go.
Here we go. Taylor Hull in the lead, Brandon Bass in the chase. Looks like Hull came up a little short on the outer zone. Brandon falling behind, but trying to make up some pace here. Whoa, a little wide in the chase. Coming in high. Whoa, Brandon dives in. Oh, he gets too aggressive, unfortunately. Ends up way inside on outer zone 4. Looks like Brandon was trying to make a move and make a little lost ground there and got a little too aggressive right there into outer zone 4. Making for quite a show on the switch there, but might have hurt him. It might have hurt him. Dang.
Quite a bit of a gap there. Brandon trying to catch up. Lost that bumper.
That Corvetto is fast. Yep, right there. He switched but couldn't keep it on the outside. He didn't pass him, though.
Didn't know.
So that's good, because he will be, you definitely get either zeroed or heavily discounted on your score if you pass. Not supposed to be passing, so.
All right, we're already getting confirmation that Taylor Hull has gotten that win.
Taylor
Congratulations, Taylor Hull. Brandon, we may still see you, though. So Brandon will make it into our losers bracket, so don't count him out just yet.
Nope.
All right. So it looks like we've got our OMT battle against Danny and Cameron. Waiting for Taylor and Brandon to safely get off the track, and then we'll get them staged up. Track is clear. Drivers are good. All right, staging them up. Let's go. Danny's going to lead us for this OMT battle.
All right, they launch off the line. Straight into outer zone 1. Cameron tucking in tight on the door. Nice. Whoa, Miata gets inside. Nicely done. He is trying to get the W here. Oh. Cameron doing a nice job keeping proximity. He's a little bit inside. Solid run.
Let's see that replay. Yep, filled the outer zone beautifully there.
I'm sorry.
Looks like Cameron surged just a little bit there, but Danny, man, Danny's doing a great job filling that outer zone.
Unfortunately, he totally missed that inside.
He did. I was.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. I'm confusified.
That's okay. You were looking at
Yeah,
previous, but
I was looking at the wrong one. There's so many. There's only 2 screens here. You'd think I'd look at the right one, but I didn't.
all right. Well, let's send Cameron in the lead, Danny in the chase.
All right. Ooh,
Oh, extra wide.
That Miata's got to be tough to put in the right place out here. It's just such a short wheelbase car.
Man.
It's fun seeing a Miata out here because just not a lot of competition Miatas these days in local grassroots drifting. There's a few, but yeah. Well, obviously there's the most well-known Miata in competition drifting, who is not here today, but is the classic Klutch Kickers Miata of Taylor Ray.
We're doing a little elbow jab for him right now.
Outside of him, you really don't see a lot of Miatas at the, out here in competition side. I mean, it's a short wheelbase car. It's tough to be, competitive against certain vehicles and certain courses, but they are very capable chassis. So it's fun.
Absolutely.
It's fun to see a little NA out here with a V8 in it, just ripping it up.
Well, as a fellow Miata driver, it's very intimidating to be in that kind of car, and even with an LS, running 195 tires, it's intimidating. We've got much bigger cars coming right up behind you. It's intimidating from a sound perspective,
and speaking of Miatas, Cameron Nunez gets the win.
Congratulations,
Cameron. The little Miata that could continues to the next round.
But again, Danny is still not out. We'll see Danny in our losers bracket, so he still has a chance to win some cash. So Danny, we'll see you back again here later, possibly tomorrow, depending on how things shake out.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes
with our break.
difficulties. Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm here in the pits with Alex Dubois. Had a little bit of a rough first battle there for you. What happened?
Guess the gas vapors caught on fire and got a little too toasty. So.
And you were supposed to have a buy run because the driver you were going against had a mechanical failure, and then you found one as well.
I guess so. I really don't know what happened to his car. Hopefully he's all good, but Cheeto's good, so we're here. We made it, no practice yesterday, but that was my first run with the car proper, so yeah, we're here. Let's do it.
All right, he seems to be overheating, so we're going to go ahead and let him go. The car seems to be in one piece. His crew is telling me they're ready to get back out there, so hopefully they can secure it, make sure all is good, and get back out in competition.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, back to you guys up in the studio.
Good news to hear. Thanks, Sarah. Good to hear that, Alex. All right,
Yep,
looks
sorry about that car. Hopefully he gets that fixed up. It's hot out here. You can tell he's hot, struggling a
Yeah.
little bit. It's getting to everybody here this afternoon. We're at peak heat right now, and it is showing. We're about to fire up the battle here.
Spencer against Josiah.
Yep. Spencer in the lead, Josiah in the chase. A little interesting off the line. Whoa, that was a sick transition. Josiah's right on the bumper through that transition. Oh no, but he throws too much angle, has to drop back and reset. Still, he's right back in there. That Corvette is so fast. Sorry if I'm yelling. Solid run from those two.
Unfortunately, we do not have a replay of that run, but we'll see what happens when they switch back around.
Sounds like we'd get some fresh batteries for the drone, but that's all right. We got these drivers coming back around the lineup. That was an intense little battle there between Spencer and Josiah. Josiah was transitioning darn near brushing bumpers. It was pretty sick. We'll see how he does in the lead with Spencer in the chase.
All right, got him back around here. Spencer, don't call him Harry. Purple Beast Coast from Ocala, Florida. S13.
Florida
Going
gang
up
in the
against
house.
Florida gang, faux show. Going up against our favorite Canadian, Josiah.
Josiah. That Corvette is fast. Wow. Putting a little bit of gap on there. Wow, that thing is throwing off so much smoke. Spencer trying to keep up.
Beautiful lead run from Josiah.
Yeah, that he is flying in that Corvette. Definitely looking for him to be a top contender today and this
For
weekend.
sure. Got a lot of data on his car. Got a lot of seat time, a lot of experience. Of course, he does a lot of his own R&D because, you know, he provides his own angle kits. So.
Right. He is building and driving with his own angle kits, so
Yep.
that's pretty cool.
So, just waiting for our judges to deliberate, give us the final verdict. I'm hearing whispers that Josiah gets the win. Josiah in the FDF Corvette
All right.
gets the win. Spencer, not out though. Just remember, we may still see him in our losers bracket. Well, we will see him in our losers bracket.
Yep,
but
he
we may
will
see
be
him in a final
battling
battle.
again. Spencer will be back to battle in the losers bracket. Josiah moves on to the winners bracket in FDF Corvette. It's hot. My brain is starting to melt a little.
All right, next battle is going to be Diego against Nick Novak.
All right.
Just waiting to get them staged up here. So we're going to have Diego in the lead, Nick Novak in the chase. Diego, LS2, making about 425 horsepower.
Nice.
Coming all the way from Katy, Texas. It's actually where my
right.
sister lives. My sister-in-law, I should say.
Nice.
Yeah.
Texas in the house.
Texas in the house for sure.
All right. Lights are on. Engines are up. Novak trying to get the jump. Diego tossing it in. Whoa. Nick Novak trying to put it on in outer zone 2. Oh, whoa, a lot of angle coming out of there. Maybe a little too much. Novak loses some ground, drops in to catch up.
Nice
He's there for
transition
zone
there.
4. Woo!
Oh!
Hard to see, maybe a little bumpski.
Yeah, it looked like a little wheel bump. We'll see if we got a
Novak.
replay for that. Good to see Nick Novak out here for sure. I know he was sad to see Erwin Dell go after his win in 2023. We do have a replay here. Not sure if we're going to be able to see the wheel bump here, but you can see yeah, there's a little bit of a wheel bump there.
Yeah,
But
just
I
barely see
can't
it,
tell
so.
if they had actually crossed the finish line at that point. I think they may have still been in comp mode. But, hey, that's the way it goes.
Just a heads up, we've got some hot equipment out here, so if anything happens, you know that the heat just took us out. Hopefully it hangs in there.
Got heat shields up. My
Yeah.
laptop's already overheated. My phone's
Yeah.
overheated.
Everything's overheating.
All right, well, we're going to send Nick in the lead, Diego in the rear. Just waiting on clearance to send him.
We got 2 cars pulling out on track, so I'm assuming once they get into the clear position, we'll be able to go. And the lights are on at the starting grid. Nick Novak in front. Diego in the chase. Nick getting out there and getting after it right away. Whoa, Nick goes way off in outer zone 2, but hangs on to it. And Diego De Leon stays with him, but then drops back a little bit for outer zone 3. He gets back in there. They transition to 4, really close. Oh my God, Diego loses a bumper. They trade bumpers going into outer zone 4 as Diego tries to cinch the gap. That was nuts.
Nice little battle there. Getting a little spicy.
It did get a little spicy. Nick, I couldn't tell from here if he went 2 tires off or just 1, but he definitely dropped. We're back with the replay. We got the replay back in action here. Let's see here. Looks like, whoa. Novak dropped a tire in a really rough part of the track. Diego stays in it. As they go into this outer zone 4 right here, they are about to just touch, whomp, just barely swipes him. It could not have gotten any closer than that without major contact. Solid battle between those two.
Indeed. Both drivers with quite a few competitive wins under their belts. Even Diego been doing some competitions for about the last 6 years, winning some Lone Star Drift events, 2022, 2024. Traveling a lot with his dad, Frank, whom we've seen already do his runs. Doing a little Drift Week action. Can you imagine? That's got to be the life, man. Doing Drift Week with your dad.
That sounds awesome. Drift Week is really cool, and I would like to try it out, but doing it with your pops would be rad. Just both y'all out there shredding multiple tracks, multiple days in a row, and going hard, and be super fun.
Yeah. Judges deliberating this one. Not sure if we're going to see an OMT here. We've only had one OMT thus far. Trying to keep them low.
Trying to keep the one more times down here.
Well, and Wally does help prevent that quite a bit as well.
It does. The Wally system really helps these judges hone in. The Wally and the Race Data Labs boys really making the judges' job, like helping them along with their job. Because it's tough, you know, you've got eyes on the track, but it's hard to really see what's going on the whole time. And of course, drifting in any competition is always going to be subjective when there's multiple things your judging criteria has, but that Wally really helps them give them the real data of how fast they're going and where they're at on the track. Helps make decisions.
Judging speed with just your eyeballs is very subjective. So having Wally there, especially now that we have it in miles per hour, those of you who are following along with the link that we shared in chat for the Wally data system, you can actually see the drivers' runs, all of their sessions from today's battles. Whether it's their single run stats or their tandem run data, you can see all of that information. It is now in miles per hour instead of kilometers per hour. Our friends in Australia understand that sometimes we're not the best at conversions, and we have to do our own special thing. Yep. We got to be our little special snowflakes here with our miles per hour and non-metric system. Come on.
Metric?
We had to have a whole conversation about Celsius yesterday.
Oh, man. It's degrees Fahrenheit. It's really hot right now.
The Aussies.
It's Celsius. It's many degrees Celsius right now.
Indeed.
All of the Celsiuses.
Aussies did get a chance to shoot off some fireworks yesterday to celebrate America's birthday. So that was exciting to see. Won't go into too much detail about all the other ways that they were able to celebrate. Had some firearms they were able to
Fireworks
shoot off.
and guns for the Australians.
Yeah. Win in
we
America.
got you guys. Win in America.
Win in America.
We appreciate you coming by. Okay, looks like they're gonna. Hard to say what happened, but I see Diego shaking his hand out the window like he's excited.
Oh. Waiting on confirmation on that. I'm pretty sure it is Diego that got that win. Just need judges to let us know for sure.
Okay, we have confirmation. Diego De Leon takes the win. And so he will move on to the winner's bracket, and Nick Novak will move along to the loser's bracket.
All right. Well, I said it was going to happen, and now my tablet is overheated, so we can't see the chat anymore. Apologies, y'all. So
We are checking out of the chat. Everything's overheating.
chat
we are
check out.
overheating.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's a hot one out here. It is absolutely cooking.
All right. Well, looks like we got Cabot Cardoso going up against Trevor. Trevor's going to take us in the lead. Cabot in the chase. Off they go.
Trevor in the Mustang. Cabot, his 350Z, a little further back. He comes surging in here. He's giving Trevor a little space. I think that Z is a little faster than that.
Oh, bump and go.
Oh, it looks like Trevor either had a failure or missed a shift. I think Trevor missed a shift. Cabot runs into the back of the Mustang. I'm pretty sure Trevor's been shifting right there all day, and he missed the hell out of that shift. Oh, sorry, I cursed. I think that was only my first or second swear of the day. I'm doing pretty good. I'm trying. Trying to church it up. All right, so we're going to go line back up. Trevor's bumper's hanging off. Cabot's car looks okay. I don't think he got the wheel or the control arm or anything. It looked like clean body-to-body contact, but definitely appeared that Trevor missed a shift or something coming out of that. He went to the limiter. We got a replay coming up. They're backing it up right now for you guys. Right here, he comes through and just falls flat right when they're on throttle. And then, yep, Cabot taps the back driver's side of the Mustang.
Based on what we could hear, though, it sounded like it was definitely a misshift.
The car went to limiter really hard a bunch of times.
Yeah, waiting on. Unfortunately, the drone is overheated as well. So, like I said, it's hot here today. So we're waiting on the drone to cool off so we can get you guys some aerial footage. But until then, we're going to send Cabot in the lead, Trevor in the chase, that bumper flapping.
All right, here we go. Cabot tosses in outer zone 1. Cabot taking off out of outer zone 1 towards zone 2 and putting the gap on Trevor. Trevor cutting in, trying to make up some ground. Young Cabot in that 350Z just said, if you miss a gear, I'll take you to Gapplebee's tonight. And he did, so we'll see how that turns out. I'm not sure how the judges are what kind of data they have on the first run there. But I'm assuming Cabot's got a little bit of an advantage unless they find some way to fault him for that accident. But we're pretty sure that was a mechanical issue in the Mustang. All right, we got tablets overheating. And we got drones overheating. I'm overheating. We're all overheating together out here at Clutch Kickers, round 2.
And Mama Amerson's going to spray me with some sunscreen real quick.
Nice.
Give me just a moment.
Let me get a little shot, too.
Shout out to all the moms out there, track moms taking care of us. It really does take a village to have a successful drift program. Whether you're driving, commenting,
reapplication of sunscreen
working,
complete.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Takes a village. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you everybody from every little part of this world.
Shot of Derek's car there, unfortunately. Looks like he's still down. I hate to see that.
Dang it.
Yeah.
The S14. That's Derek, right?
Yeah, the Nopi.
Yeah.
All right, well, Cabot Cardoso gets that win.
Okay. Cabot moving into the winner's bracket. Trevor will get a chance to come back through the loser's bracket in a little bit here. I'm stuttering.
Today, Junior.
Oh, God. Today, Junior.
I can say that. Actually, funny story, I did have a speech impediment when I was a kid.
I had to do a little speech therapy.
I did.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
I did.
Yeah, all right. I'm as hot as the machines here. It's hot. We're hot. There's 2 drivers at the line.
Speaking of hot, we got shirtless, not shirtless right now. We got Kashad in the lead, Cloud in the rear.
Camel versus Cloud, the battle of the seas. Whoa, a little dirt drop. Kashad's on the wide line. That Corvette's hanging in there. Oh, big correction by the Corvette.
Big little correction.
Big correction by my speech pattern, and the Corvette goes down.
Wesley. Oh, man.
Wesley made a hard run in on there on outer zone 3, but unfortunately got too close, and when he hit the brakes, he overcooked her off the course. It looks like he just had to make a hard correction on the brakes, and it just didn't quite work out for him as he failed to go off, hang on to the course.
Car's okay, though. He's able to drive it off.
He was trying to make a move there, but sometimes you get a little aggressive and it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. Got a little replay action right here. Kashad going wide right, then wide left, and just all the way cooking into this outer zone back here. That's where you see the Cloud in the Corvette make a bit of a correction. He gets back in it for the transition and comes in charging in. Unfortunately, I couldn't tell if they made contact, but I think he just hit the brakes to try and avoid contact, and it put the front of the car just too hard on the front of the car and spun him out. That'll happen when you're riding the edge of full lock and you get a little too into the brakes. You can unfortunately lose the front sometimes and go down.
Speaking of edge, that is a pretty sharp edge and pretty nice drop off right there around the pond. So that could have contributed to that as well. It may not have been so much a brake as he may have actually caught a wheel as he was coming around the pond going wide. All right, well, we got Wesley in the lead. Kashad in the chase. Off they go.
Lights are out. Uh-oh. Kashad fully straightens out. I'm not sure what happened there, but he just completely lost power. He's unable to reinitiate. But Cloud goes 2 tires off and spins with no pressure. I don't know what happened. He just got a little wide right there. It looks like Kashad was having a mechanical failure because he tried to reinitiate the car and it just stayed straight. But Cloud going 2 tires off. I'll be interested to see how the judges call this one because both drivers just zeroed on that run.
That is super unfortunate to see because all weekend, yesterday, both drivers have been super consistent, putting down great runs. Really had no issues out of them, no issues out of their cars. So super unfortunate to see that they have both had issues with these runs. Well, it sounds like we got Sarah in the pits. We can send it over to her to see who she's got for a driver interview.
As of right now. Okay, there we go. All right. So I think the microphone knew that we're about to have a really sad conversation, so it didn't want to perform for us. So you're actually done for the weekend. Do you want to fill me in on what's going on?
It's just not been our weekend. So yesterday we had a couple of problems, but the biggest one was the handbrake just broke off right off the transmission tunnel.
Jeez.
So my crew went to Lowe's, grabbed some metal, grabbed some hardware, and we worked on that late last night, got that fixed. It's actually stronger and better than it was.
A little positive.
That way, actually.
Okay.
And then we went out to practice today, and the car developed a stumble. And then it just shut down on me when I did a clutch kick. So it took us a little while to figure it out, but it was a crank sensor. I got up under the car. I had to change shirts. The crew next to me gave me a shirt, by the way, because it was KO'd. But got a crank sensor in the car, got it shimmed, got it running good. But then we noticed the engine's ticking. I'm like, what in the world? So I didn't want to risk that. So we tore the valve cover off, and we found out that we have a lifter down. So it's a good chance it's hurt the cam. And it's got Johnson tie bar lifters in it. The tie bar fell off on one side. So we're just gonna We're just going to call it quits.
Yeah, and he was telling me earlier they just don't want to risk the motor, and I can understand with it. It's gorgeous, guys. So he's going to keep it together in a way that he could possibly fix it
Right now we have something we can fix pretty easy.
rather than risk the whole motor. So we'll go ahead and throw it back to you guys for competition. Thank you so much, and sorry about the weekend. See you at the next round.
We'll be here. We'll be here.
Unfortunate to
Sorry,
hear
guys.
that. Unfortunate
Yeah,
to hear
sorry
that
to hear
for
that
Derek.
about Derek's S14. We got a replay here. We just had a battle with Dustin
And
Motors and Adam in the battle of the Z's. Looks like Dustin a little shallow on outer zone 2, but still making it happen. And then gapping Adam out there. Adam actually had a little bit of a straighten out on outer zone 3. And then going into 4, both drivers kind of finish up strong.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes with Dustin Patton in the chase. I know he's got every bit of grip he can put in that Z, making it work with the low power. Well, I would say low power, but I heard he's got a little secret sauce this time. So he might have a little bit of that. I heard. Heard he's got a little bit of that juice in the
I also
bottle.
heard that his teammate Camel got the last win, so Camel fans rejoice.
Wow, Camel
Camel's
gets the
gonna
win.
be moving on.
All right.
So we'll see what happens with this next battle. Dustin looked pretty good, so maybe teammates going back up again
Yep.
into the finals.
Are we back? Oh no, I wonder if the live stream can hear that. Well, if you're listening to the live stream and you've just been hearing nonstop clicking, we apologize. We had a fan trying to cool the computers down, so we didn't have a live chat feed to see what was going on. Hopefully it hasn't been too bad.
All right. Oh, yeah. That Milwaukee giving it all she's got. Shout out M18.
Captain.
Shout out M18s.
Drivers are lining up. Adam in the lead, Dustin in the chase. Battle of disease. The lights are out and they're off. Adam taking an early lead, but Dustin's not going to let him get away that easy. Little inside there, but finding their way to the outside. Oh, I lied. Adam is getting away that easy. He's taking he's running away on Dustin. His windshield wipers are on. Oh, Dustin comes back in. Maybe his nitrous is working. Woo! Both drivers looking good into 4. Adam, whoa, look out for that culvert. Okay. All right, solid run by the boys there, Adam and Dustin. Y'all are going to be stuck with us here for a little bit at the announcer's booth as the control panel is feeling the heat. It is brutal out here right now. It is hot, hot, hot. You know what else is hot? Hot Pit Auto Fest. Hot Pit Auto Fest is happening next weekend, July 12th in San Bernardino, California. If you want to check that out on the live stream because you're not from the West Coast, check it out at Hot Pit Auto Fest. They are doing their own type of events. It's SoCal's best lifestyle and drifting series. Again, happening next weekend, July 12th, down south in San Bernardino, California. They will be showcasing having models, drift ride-alongs, stunt bikes, drone racing, live music, and more. So if you're on the West Coast, get out to Hot Pit Auto Fest. If you're not on the West Coast or you want to drive, get out there anyway. And if you can't get out there, check it out on the live stream at Hot Pit Auto Fest on YouTube.
All right, we're hearing that Dustin got the win against Adam. Dustin Motors. Don't call him Patton. Adam from Beast Coast still has a chance to win some dollars, though. We'll see him back again for our losers bracket. Dustin giving us a little bit of a show, a little backfire action.
Yeah,
As he
knock
makes his way.
that off, man. No one wants to hear that car. You have a 350Z out there. I appreciate all cars. Put a muffler on your car. Oh, yeah, I see your hands going up. Yeah, that's right. You too. Put 2 mufflers on it. I don't want to hear that shit.
You don't want to hear me crank the pink Z right now.
No, I know. I will.
Yeah.
If you have a straight pipe Z, I will ragdoll you. I do not care who you are. You can be my best friend or my worst enemy. I will say the same thing about your exhaust. All right, we have another battle coming up.
Alec DuBois got his car running again and going against JP Wyndham
Let's go.
out of Mobile, Alabama.
All right. JP Wyndham, local boy. Alex DuBois in the Mustang. Seems to have worked out the details with the fuel issue.
I may be pronouncing his last name wrong. I don't know, but
Could be
hey,
Dubois.
they're having fun on the track.
Good, solid run by these two.
A little bit of a slow start for both drivers. Not sure the initiation there got
Yeah, it
them
was
both
a
choked
little-
up a little bit.
Uh-huh. Started figuring it out, though. I wonder...
Yeah, Clutch Kickers round 2 recap. It's hot. It is definitely hot. Sorry, y'all have to keep hearing us complain. My apologies, but
Yeah,
it's
but-
definitely having an impact on a lot of our streaming services,
Yes.
so we apologize.
It's
We want to make
impacting-
sure we're giving you the best quality service, but hey, it is what it is.
We're doing our best out here. The heat is affecting the people, the equipment, the cars, all of it. We're all just kind of suffering together. So thanks for bearing with us. We're one big, happy, suffering family. It's just what it's about sometimes. Sometimes you just got to run events in extreme heat and extreme cold. If every event was perfect weather, it would be boring anyway. Yeah. We just aren't Hawaii, you know. We can't have perfect weather all the time and super sick waves to surf.
No, this is like Disney World with 5 kids under the age of 3.
For sure.
All right, looks like we got JP ready. Alex is ready. JP's going to take the lead. L&L Automotive car coming out first.
Well, a little late initiation there by JP, but he gets it out. Alex kind of figuring it out. Now they're in the groove. Let's see him coming into outer zone 2. Alex a little inside. All right.
Very nice.
Solid run by those two drivers.
JP definitely filled out that first outer zone nicely. That was something he was really struggling with yesterday.
He was a little
But I
inside.
didn't see his initiation time. Did he make his initiation in time? I didn't see that in the replay.
Yeah, it looked a
Apologies.
little late, and then we missed the replay because
Yeah.
we were staring at the track, but that's okay. Oh, they're going to back it us for us.
Oh, see, this production team is awesome. Shout out
team is
Lights Out
too
Loud
good.
team. They're
Lights Out
fantastic.
Loud. Thank you very much. Thugging it out here with us in July. This is about as rough as it gets with
So
the
we're
heat.
looking for JP's initiation time here.
He
oh, no,
was initiated by the cone.
Initiate.
A little
okay.
shallow, but he got back into the outer zone there and stayed in the outer zone.
Perfect.
Solid. So he got back in for that. He gets the touch and go. Alex
Barely.
running it. Yeah, barely got it, but he got it. Little inside there. Stays inside to catch that next little inner spot there.
That is a tricky outer zone,
Yeah.
I will admit. Having to go into that inner is kind of awkward, but sets up nicely for that last outer zone before the finish. Good chase by Alex as well. We'll see how he does in the lead. So far, he's been doing great all weekend. Hasn't had too many runs, just some practice. He did show up today, unfortunately, so we didn't get any practice time yesterday, but the runs that he had this morning looked great. Unfortunately, he had his first run, had that little misfire, or excuse me, the little mishap
Yeah.
with fuel fire
Yep.
at the rear of the car, so seems to be doing great now.
It's
Just
good to
waiting on
see him
judges.
getting back in there. We hate to see drivers go down.
I know. Poor Derek, man. Ugh. Still hate that.
Yeah, it's never fun. It's part of drifting in cars. You're really putting a lot of stress and pressure on these vehicles at all times, and it sounds like JP Wyndham gets the win.
JP does.
Alabama in the house.
See, I've already forgot that Alex already went. Which I like.
Yeah, well, yeah, 'cause I guess it was a while ago.
Yeah, it was. It does feel like it was a while ago. Trying to see who that is staged up behind. I think that's Grundle.
It is. Because I think that's S15 front.
Yep. Oh, yep, there it is. I see the glare off of it now.
Yep. It's hard to tell from here, but it is. Yep. Grindle just cruising.
Yep.
Out for a nice Saturday drive. All right, looks like we're going to try and go back to the pits to Sarah for a little interview action. See if we can get it done.
So what happened was we went all the way down to the end of the pit aisle here, and we had some jealous folks who did not actually get to be in the interview because our audio equipment doesn't go down that far. So now that you've had your moment, and actually I think you're coming off a win as well, so he's probably riding the high. What's going on?
I was about to say, I just earned a win, baby. What do you mean? So yeah, out here on nitrous this time, huge difference. Found out, I put down on my sheet that I was making just under 300 horsepower round one. Nope, I was at 240, baby. We got 5th place on 240 horsepower. We're tuned up. VP out of Texas killed it. We're out here killing it with nitrous outlet, and we're just here to party.
And obviously you have your boys behind us hyping you up. Is that what's getting you going today? You want to shout anyone else out as well?
Yeah, Josiah is awesome. We stole some nitrous out of his trailer, so we're having to wear these so he doesn't know who did it.
Yes, how will we ever figure it out? Thanks, guys, as much as we love that sound. All right, we're going to go ahead and get back into competition if they're ready for us. But hey, if we have any more downtime, we'll make sure to go fill it with your lovely faces. So thank you, guys, and thank you for whatever's going on in the background.
Absolutely, I'm here to steal the win, baby.
God, unreal. Okay, thank you, guys. Back to you.
Sarah, you're a saint. Oh, man, Dustin and the team are fantastic. Great
Dustin
guys.
Motors takes the win.
Oh, well,
We're
back to
on
us,
camera.
I guess.
It says replay.
It
but
says
it's not.
replay, but this is actually live. This is really us. Oh,
We are
man.
out here.
So
There
I
he
think
is.
we're going to
He's on
start.
the camera. Get him out of here. Oh, God. No, you can. Yeah, you're in there. There you go.
Oh, it's some nice hooters you got there.
Yeah. Some nice summer gear he's got on right there. Got the...
All right. Well, we see the judges coming out of the booth. I think we're going to take a nice, well-deserved break for the team. TBD, I'm not sure. Are we actually done for the day?
I
So
have
it's,
no idea
it's
what's
3
going
o'clock.
on. My brain
It's-
is literally cooked.
It's
Call me
3
fried
o'clock.
eggs.
So sounds like we're getting words that we're going to be back in an hour, which is fantastic. So more time for us to give you more action, but gives us time to cool off. Again, we apologize. I know we keep talking about the heat. We signed up. We
Thank you
signed
all.
up for this.
Yep,
We knew what we were doing. We did an event summer. in
Thank
the
you all
South,
for
part
hanging
of
out
it.
with us and watching while we suffer and complain about the heat during this excellent competition here at Clutch Kickers Round 2, MidPond in Columbiana, Alabama. We will see you after the break. Please stay with us and come on back now. We will be starting a new stream at the next part of the day. So it'll be part 2 when we
Already
get back.
Queued up. Already queued up and ready for you. So
40 at 4:05. At
4:05.
4:05.
That's precise.
We will be back online, so come on
see.
back with us. Thank
We'll
you very
see.
much for being here.